Thank you, members, for the love you bring, for every shared story and the joy you sing. To our sponsors, your support's the key. Together we build this legacy. Collectors unite in this fight we thrive. Figure Fight Club, our passions alive. Yeah. Unboxings and battles, the thrill of every find. Trading tales and treasures, forever intertwined. From rare gems to customs, every figure's a star. Thanks to you all, we've come so far. Take the shot! Take the shot!
Take the shot, find your muse, spark your creativity, nothing here to lose. Set the stage for infinity, creating fantasy for all the world to see.
Imagination runs wild. Endless possibility. Action figure photos, the ultimate therapy. Creating artistry for all the world to see.
Get the lighting just right, pick your character, set the props in motion, tight and focus.
Take the shot. Welcome to the show.
What's going on, guys? Happy Thursday. It is Taking the Shot on the Figure Fight Club Network. I am your host, Loucifer, Loucifer3 on Instagram. Thank you guys all for coming out tonight. We're on episode 18, and I always say it every week, so I'm not going to say it again. I'm just going to leave it at that. We're up at episode 18. And thank you guys for making us be able to do episode 18. Something I want to bring up tonight that I'm just humbled and surprised, humbled, and extremely flattered. And I want to thank everybody. To our Instagram friends, I don't know who you guys are, but I'm blown away by all the shares each week for the past 3-4 weeks. When we post the post, whatever word I'm trying to find, for the show every week. I'm absolutely floored by the number of shares that are going out there. I'm humbled. Thank you. Seriously. You guys are the best. Getting that out of the way, thank you guys for hanging out, coming out tonight. Always want to thank our sponsors. First off, Sys 3D Arsenal for amazing dios, dio pieces. Speaking of dios, we'll get to that in a minute. Collecticon. Any Transformers needs. If you use code FFC10, you get 10% off your entire order. So thank you very much to those guys. I'm going to do a pre-thank you to someone else who will bring in just a second, to Articulated Empire for the action figure donations for our giveaways. Thank you very much, Steve, Articulated Empire. Speaking of which, let me introduce my co-host for the evening. You've known him here. He's a friend of the channel. He's a friend of yours, mine, the CEO of Articulated Empire, and the amazing photographer too. Good friend. Love this guy. Let me bring to the stage while I'm babbling. If I can hit the right button. There we go. Steve!
What is happening? How are we?
Good, my friend. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing fantastic. Thank you so much for that warm welcome. I really appreciate that. It's very kind of you. I thank you, man. I really appreciate that.
Absolutely. It's very factual is what it is. But thank you. Thanks for hanging out.
Checks in the mail. That's all I got to say.
There you go. And before we get into the chat, we're going to get to you guys in just a minute, but I'm going to switch it up. This is just kind of flip it on its head this week because I really want to introduce our special guest of the evening. Another good friend of ours, good friend of the channel, amazing dio maker who's been so kind to me and humoring me recently and building out what I have now as far as my dio. So again, we bring to the stage our guest of the evening, Mr. Jimmy with HVX Customs. What's going on, Jimmy? How you doing?
What's up? What's up?
So so welcome and thank you so much for coming out tonight. Both of you guys, I think this is gonna be a fun show. I know we've had a lot of questions week after week. Everyone's talking about dios. Dios and photography go hand in hand. And I'll be honest, I was kind of struggling for a subject this week. And some weeks just happen. You get everything lines up perfectly. You're like, yeah, okay, we got the show. This week I've been struggling all week. And well, not all week, up until Tuesday. And my dio came in from Jimmy. And right before open mic night, I'm messing around with it and taking some shots and going. And that's when it dawned on me, like everyone's always wants to talk about dios. Called up Jimmy, hey, you want to be on the show this week? Let's talk dios. And thankfully he said, sure, absolutely. So I appreciate you, my friend. It'll be exciting. All right, let's see who's in the chat here and say what's going on. And Jimmy's in the chat. What's going on?
Welcome.
Yeah, we got a Magnafigure photo. What's going on, Winford? Let's get ready the shot, or let's get ready to build the dio. Video Power Gaming, as always. Thank you. Good to see you, my friend.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah, we got Digital Caveman. Good to see you, my friend, as well. Coda Forge Photography. Greetings, Coda. Good to see you, my friend.
Great to see you, man.
Yeah. Your work keeps getting cooler and cooler each time. I'm loving it, man. Keep it up. My stupid mouse is slipping. Sorry, guys. Getting there.
There's Coda again.
Been looking forward to the show all week. I'm glad you have. Thank you, my friend. And Winford's just sitting here doing a little paint work on his Creator Crown Awards figure entry and trying to get some good ideas, tips for his dio entry. Yeah, Winford's trying to do a triple crown this year.
Oh wow! Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's done a triple crown before, right? Because I think they've only had 2 years. So, but yeah, Brian won dio last year. Brian George, I believe.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. Endless Fables. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. And yeah, I don't think. Was last year was the first one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Last year was the first one. So yeah. So we'll see what happens here.
Yeah, I'm really excited for that for sure.
Me too. St. Bifficus Keith. Good to see you, my friend. And who else we got in here? We've got Fanboy Tone. What's going on, Tone? Good to see you.
Oh, good to see you, man.
Absolutely.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah, we had a blast last week. We went off the rails talking about Bratzall for like 15, 20 minutes, I think. I was so hungry after the show, man.
I enjoyed the show.
Thank you. I hope you did.
I enjoyed that part of the talk, though.
Did you?
Yeah.
So, Bratzel, there's a place over in St. Louis. It's called Gus's Pretzels, and they make Bratzels all the time, and they're fantastic over that way. And they're they're gigantic, but
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, it's good. It's good. Absolutely. Smudge, what's going on? Hope you're feeling all right, my friend. I know Smudge is doing a little recovery right now. And let's see here. We've got Plastic Platorium. I'm pulling you up, my friend. How you doing, my friend? Good to see you,
brother. Let's do this.
Yes. And we've got 88 Toys. What's going on, 88?
What's up, brother? How are you? Good to see you.
We got real quick. Coda says, "I love building dios. My problem is I can see it in my head, but it doesn't usually come out as planned."
Yep.
Agreed. I'm with you on that.
Hey, it happens a lot.
Honestly, I think that's for anything. Dioramas, toy photography, customs, any of that stuff. Like I got it in here, but translating it, yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And 88 says, "Going to be a silent viewer while I take notes from HVX. I need to learn the secrets of dio making." He's putting him on the spot there.
Yeah,
well,
Jimmy's got some, like a hidden tome of like knowledge. He's like, look at this.
Yeah.
It's called watching a lot of YouTube videos.
Yeah.
Dude.
Trial and error on everything.
Yeah,
for sure. Well, and clearly you've done, we'll see when we get into this, you'll see exactly. Yeah, there's less error than one might think, at least from what I'm seeing. So I don't know.
If I had the pile of foam that was just my error foam. Like I could stand on that pile of foam and be taller than the place I live in.
I get that. Big fan. What's going on, Big Fan Samurai? Good to see you, my friend. We got Billy Boy in the house. Billy Boy.
What's up,
Good to see you. You're the best, brother. And we got Gray Dragon, Gary. FFC Rocks. Lou, you're okay.
Yeah. I think he just followed me on the social. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that.
Very cool. Very cool. Gary's a good dude. Always enjoy seeing him. We met at Toylanta this year.
Yeah.
So, always a really nice guy. Always got a smile, wanting to sit and chat and all that good stuff and talk a lot of Savage Crucible, which I'm down for always.
For sure. I'm just loving how I'm seeing that fan base just keep evolving, you know. I mean, we're just now touching on like getting to wave 3 and everything. We'll have Death Dealer here soon, but it's like, man, how it started to how it's going right now is awesome to see the growth, you know.
It really is.
Just the line of Joe Fest. I mean, on both days, not even just one of the days, on both days, it was just like, whoa. Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing. It's good stuff. Steve's getting all the love tonight. I like that.
I appreciate it. Again, checks in the mail for you too, sir. Thank you so much, Cody. I appreciate that, brother. Thank you for the support.
Yeah. And Billy, that is a challenge getting the Gatling guns to stay. They pop out a lot in the Praetorian Fury arms, unfortunately. It's a little loose.
What I had to do in mine, I did a little sticky tack and just a smidge. And then when I wedged that little fin in there, it holds it pretty solid. But yeah, ideally it shouldn't have to do any fixes to it, but that's what I've seen that's worked for that one.
Okay. Nice. And that sticky tack you can get on Amazon pretty cheap. Look for blue tack. Are you talking about the blue tack? Yeah.
Blue, or they even have it at like a Hobby Lobby, I think, that's like for like posters and everything.
Okay.
I think it's like maybe $5 or $10, if that. But I mean, like a little bit will last a long way for sure.
Yeah. Nice. All right. What else we got here? Oh, we got Toyamic Trey. Yo, Lou Jimmy, Articulated
Trey.
Empire. What's going on, Trey?
Hello.
Good to see you, my friend.
Thank you for being here.
Yep. And we do love the bratwurst. Absolutely.
One show we need to do a live, and we'll just be cooking up bratwurst the entire show, and just like I think you'll get more views than you think, Lou.
That's a possibility for sure. Yeah, it'll be cooking the brat. Cooking the brat. Dun, 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 dun. Oh lordy! Alpha Red says he made a simple diorama with his daughter, which was a blast. That's
fantastic. That's fantastic.
Awesome. Yep. Absolutely. And Trey says HVX makes the best Jersey barriers out there. I didn't know about your Jersey barriers.
I think he's biased, though. I think Trey is just a little on the bias side.
All right.
They look good.
Those do look good.
Now, Jimmy, is that straight out of foam, or is that like polystone? Or okay,
no, it's all foam.
Fantastic.
I've just about knocked my light down. But
it's
all
really good.
foam. I made a jig out of some little pieces of balsa wood, and it's just like half of the Jersey barrier, and I run it through my Proxon, flip it around, run it through my Proxon, bam, I have this shape, and then I just take a hot knife and put holes in it.
Very cool. There was a guy years ago that was making those barriers, but he was actually doing, I don't know if it was like a polystone or cement, but the thing was heavy. Like, I'm like, oh my God, like, I don't know about like shipping or anything like that stuff, but foam, definitely the way to go.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, because the foam, you can paint it up, and it's very light. I mean, the box that I got Tuesday was fairly large, but the thing didn't weigh anything. That's the wonderful thing about it. For sure. We got Joe Prime. What's going on, Joe Prime? Thanks for coming out. And we got Head Cannon Unlimited. Hey. What's going on, Head Cannon? Good to see you, brother. We got Wicked Thug, and we got something to show from Wicked Thug later this evening. What's going on, my friend? Thanks for hanging out. We are shilling for Savage.
It's never gonna stop, Tone. Never.
Yeah.
Never ever.
Always.
Always on that show.
You know how it is. All right. Yeah, so just clearing up. Okay, I think we got everybody. Again, everybody, thank you for coming out and hanging out. Let's get into it. Blue tack is amazing. 88. It is. Actually, I don't know. I've never bought any blue tack. I need to. I keep saying I need to, and I do need to, but we'll get there. It's in my wish list on Amazon. So anyway, Jimmy, how you doing, man?
Doing great, man. Getting ready to go on vacation. I'm stoked.
Nice.
Stoked about the podcast. So yeah, it's a good time right now.
Always. No, that's great. So, all right. So for people who don't know, which most do at this point, I think, you are a dio maker, right? A guitarist in a metal band. So we're going to show off. I'm losing my train of thought. I'm sorry. We're going to show off. We've got a lot of shots to show off. Do you want to start there and just kind of go through your history? Sure. What got you started in making your dios and deciding to try it?
So I've been a toy collector off and on for years, and in 2019 I restarted collecting again, and immediately I found Mythic Legions, and I started customizing figures. That lasted literally 2 months, and I saw a post from Duarte Studios. He posted a diorama, and was just like, I need to learn how to do that. So I had bought all this stuff from customizing. If you've seen all the 3D heads that I have that are just in baggies, they'll probably never get painted. I've got like 8 or 9 custom figures that will never get finished, because when I moved to dios, I just left those in the trail. Like, this is where this came from. This was one of my very first dios, and it was made to put your custom painted heads on. And that's all that this was made for. Because it's going to have lights in it and stuff. As you can see, I never finished it. But like, I moved straight to dios once I saw that dio from Duarte. I mean, he was I want to do that. That looks awesome. He does great work. So
that's awesome.
If you don't mind me asking, what was the diorama like? What kind of diorama was it that inspired you from Duarte?
I'll be honest, I really don't remember. I don't remember at all.
He's got a wide selection of stuff, so I mean, yeah, for sure. That's awesome, though, man.
And it would have been something in the Cabal, so it could have been something nature. It probably was a castle. It was probably something that had like a castle theme to it, because that's what I started. Like, when I built my first thing, was like castle walls, of some kind. So it would have probably been something like that.
Gotcha. No, you answered my next question. So a lot of, because you were a big mythic collector, and myth and fantasy type realm was your wheelhouse as far as a lot of what you do, right?
Right.
Okay.
So my first, because I started 2 pieces at one time. I would have kind of started this one, and then I have a shelf that's like, I don't know, about 15 inches wide, and I was just like, I can probably build a diorama to fit inside this shelf. So I kind of started something rather large on the side, and which it never got finished either. It's sitting over here in the corner. And from that, I immediately went and made a goblin mound, which you actually have a picture of. That is the first piece that I ever completed, like, where it was done. Like I said, I did this for custom heads. You can see it's still sitting here, and the other piece is sitting over there that needs to be finished at some point. But the first piece I finished was the goblin mound, and it's nothing like a castle. It's nothing like a castle.
Yeah. So, now I wish you told me that before, because I don't know if the goblin mound made it to the slideshow.
I did. I told you. I did tell you.
Did you?
Remember?
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh my God. All right.
That's
on me. That's on me.
I'm totally kidding. I'm totally kidding.
Because now I feel like crap, man. Don't do that to me.
No, you're good. You're good.
I'm like, because I've done it before. I've screwed up many times. Real quick. Yeah. Code of Forge. Off topic with Steve. How can I score one of those articulated Empire shirts?
Right now, I think the only shirts I have left are like 3X. I'm hoping to do another run as we get closer to Legions Con. So let me know whatever size you're looking for, and I can definitely try to throw that in the order. I thought for sure like I was going to get like the bigger sizes and everything like that, but I feel like all the smaller ones got snatched up pretty fast with everything. But yeah, we can definitely make that happen though. Just let me know a size, okay?
Very cool. I did F up plastic. I did Platorium, my friend.
Let me ask you this, Jimmy, with making that goblin mound, what felt like came easy when you were making that, or what do you feel like the biggest challenge was as you were working through that process?
So most of that is flocking.
Okay.
So it's on two levels with flocking, but there was a little kind of cobblestone kind of type rocky road that kind of leads up to this.
I do have that one.
Do you have that one?
I do have that one. Let me pull it.
Okay.
Let me pull it. Let me pull it real quick.
He's taken out of the recycling bin, Jimmy. Don't worry.
It's
So-
towards
Yeah.
it's towards the end. So let me get that. Let me get that because that's cool. We can do this.
The flocking though was the part that scared me because I'm like, oh my god, like I don't really know how to do this. Like, and basically it's easy. You just put down some Mod Podge or like PVA glue. No,
Very
not that
cool.
one. Wrong one.
Damn. Okay.
Savage Crucible, though, right?
It's got yes, it's got goblins on it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Um,
Is it a similar idea to this, or am I
no.
just screwing up? Okay. Let me just take that off. You go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I like
Carry
the
on.
marbling effect, though, on that. That was very cool.
oh,
yeah.
thank
We'll
you.
get back to that one. So,
So the flocking kind of scared me a little bit, like because like the road was pretty easy. You know, I just painted the little cobblestones and put some dirt in there. But I was kind of like I wasn't sure how the flocking was supposed to turn out, how it was going to turn out, and it ended up being like super easy, and it looked pretty cool for my first completed, diorama. Has a little tree stump on it that you can move, and it has like two little tiers, and they've got little rocks you can move around on top of them. I'm pretty sure that's what's on there.
Very cool.
Yeah.
And then from start to finish, like how long do you think that process took you to do that?
That's when like I was staying up like all night long because I was so hyped up on this. So it probably like took me like, I don't know, maybe 3 evenings just because like, and I say 3 evenings, but it's only a couple hours in the evening.
Okay.
On one of the night, then I would stay up real late on the next night. And then the next night I would probably work on it a couple more hours. So I don't know, maybe not counting glue drying, maybe 4 or 5 hours or 6 hours or something. I don't know. I'm horrible with time.
No, that's
Somebody,
cool.
okay.
somebody told me I need to clock my time. I've had many people tell me you need to write down your time. I can't even remember to like do this or that. So clocking my time is not even a thing.
When it comes to that big ship you did, yeah, I think you might need to maybe keep track of that for resale purposes. But yeah, it's one of those things. I always ask that question because I feel like some people, like how you mentioned, get kind of really hyped up into it, or get like, hey, the creative juices are flowing and things just flow so much smoother. And where sometimes people are like, all right, I'm going to work on it only at this time, and it takes them longer because again, like there's so many breaks, so they kind of lose that momentum with everything.
Well, and for me too, like I'm not a fast builder anyway. In general, most of my time is stood there looking at it, being, what am I going to do next, and how do I do it? It's more for me figuring out a direction. Once I kind of get a direction, then my wheels start turning a little bit. But I'm still not a quick builder. Like I waste a lot of time when it comes to building. But that's just me. I'm like that with my graphics. I used to do graphic arts before I did dios, so I'm the same way when it comes to graphics. I'm not fast. I'm a slow-paced worker. Now I can do some things fast, but that's typically not me at all. Like I'm slower than the glue is drying.
Yeah, no, I think that's a really good idea. Like again, taking your time, being efficient with it. I feel like people that are just like, all right, got to do this on to the next thing, they lose a lot of those steps, and a lot of that quality gets diminished in the process. So that's awesome though.
And there are some people that can build super fast. I mean, I see people online all the time that are just busting these things out left and right. And at first I'm like, is that your job? Because like I don't even have that much time, but you are just killing it because you're just knocking them out, left and right and left and right. And for me, I struggle to get one done, and it feels like a week.
And so with the struggle you're talking about, is that a situation where you're that meticulous that, and I mean, I've seen your details, so yes, you are meticulous. But is it just that you want to make sure 100% that you've got it exactly how you see it in your head and how you want it to come across, that it takes more time to slow it down?
Yes and no. I mean, part of it takes me so long is just I just don't get in a hurry anyways. But
Okay.
part of it, like I said, is I mean, I try to be meticulous because I do want things to be a certain way and look a certain way. I've totally went back and redone things before. Like I've painted stuff before and looked at it and I'm not selling this. So I'll go and rip something off and then remake another part to stick on there. And it usually ends up, working out in the end. But I've gotten to the end of stuff and I just stopped because it wasn't up to what I was wanting out of it. And I just pushed it to the side. I have projects like that were never finished just because I didn't like them. They just never went anywhere.
That makes okay. I get that. Well, we got a first off, Dioramas by Nader. Thank you for coming and hanging out, my friend. We got Magnifigure Photo. Jimmy, any tips, tricks for weathering foam brick or block walls?
Yes, absolutely. So, two things. So you can either use like real rocks or you can use like tinfoil rolled up. Basically, all you do is got your foam here, just roll it across the top of the foam. And you see how there's already texture in the foam there. And that's just literally 2 seconds of me rubbing right there. There you go. Yeah. There's your foam texture. And I mean, you can go and carve bricks and things in, but that's a good way for you to texture. If that's the edge of your brick right here, you just use your foam ball to maybe pinch some of the pieces out of it to make it look a little weathered.
Yeah.
You gotta remember, if you're doing something like stone, there is no right or wrong. There is not a wrong stone. I mean, yes, you can go way out of the ballpark, but you got to remember, no matter what you do to it, there's not a right or wrong. Nobody's set in stone. This is what it's supposed to look like.
Yeah. And to add to the point for texture, one of the things that I do, I'll take like a little piece of balsa wood and I'll put glue on it. And then I'll put kitty litter, believe it or not, kitty litter or some fine stone and have it adhere to that block. And I'll just take it after it dries and kind of just do some impressions over the foam to get more of that mini texture in there. The aluminum foil works perfectly as well too. But again, just to get some different variety on indents and everything.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. I've used that a few times.
I've got a little stick I can't reach. It's too far away from me. Okay. But I made this little stick for putting texture work. Like if I've already glued something together and it's really close together and you really can't get a rock or your tin foil in there, I've got this little stick and I put it's like a 2-part epoxy clay, and I basically made a tip that looks like a cone, and I put a whole bunch of little divots, and so when it dries, it's just a little cone with divots, and I can kind of stick it in the cracks and crevices and roll it around if I've forgotten to texture it before I glue it together.
That's a really good idea.
That works pretty good sometimes.
Very cool.
Very creative. I like that.
Yeah.
Very interesting. All right, got to get to this. Uncarded Reviews sent us 2 jewels, Silver Star. Thank you so much, Uncarded Reviews. We appreciate that. And thanks for coming and hanging out with us, brother. We have got a video for you somewhere here. There they are. Okay. What are we going to start it out with tonight? Well, one of my favorites.
I'm so glad that we're partnered up because we're going to make a great ghost hunting team. Right, Super Chat?
Hell yeah. Thank you so much, Uncarded Reviews. Appreciate you.
Very, very cool.
And we've got Spaded One was talking about the 2x2 foam sheets have almost doubled in price recently.
Oh yeah.
All foam.
Really?
Foam. Yeah.
Okay.
When I started getting foam, I get it by the 4 foot by 8 foot sheets and just cut it down and put it in my car to bring it home. But when I started buying those, they were $23 or $24 a sheet. Now they're like closer to 35 or something like that, I believe. They're pretty expensive.
Wow. Yeah.
The 2x2 ones. the 2x2 ones you would get at Home Depot and everything like that. I think when I started it was like maybe $5 or $6. I think now we're 10 or 11 maybe now.
Yep.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. Last I saw, they were about 10. I think 10.99 or something. Yeah, so 11. All
They
right,
must be catching on to us.
right. They're like, ooh, wait a minute. Coda's got a question for you. I can't afford a Proxxon cutter currently. Do you have any tips for cutting with a razor knife or some other method I haven't thought of?
Yes, actually I do. So if you can't afford a Proxxon cutter, I mean, you've got little razor knives like these that you can obviously use. So you've got different sizes. You got the bulky box cutter, you got the mid-size, and then I have two kind of X-Acto knife style. But you can also purchase a little mini handheld hot wire foam cutter. You can get these at Hobby Lobby. You can get them on Amazon, Michaels. They've got the tip can come off, put a little different attachment on there for doing different things.
Mhm.
So this is probably your next best thing to kind of Proxxon-ish. But if you can't afford a Proxxon, save up money, it's well worth the investment. But
For sure.
I used this forever before I ever invested in the Proxxon. So, and actually I probably have 3 of these. So
Okay.
yeah. So most of these you can get them anywhere, and they're pretty cheap too. I think they're like under $20 maybe.
I
That's
think even
really- yeah.
cheaper than that. Yeah.
Really? That's very cheap.
I think I want to say like anywhere from like 10 to 15. I thought on Amazon at one point,
Yeah.
but
Let's see.
yeah.
Excellent. Just like the convenience. I also just never seen half-inch thick foam at any hardware store. Yeah.
Okay.
Home Depot, Lowe's.
Yeah.
Menards.
I usually get it in half inch. I get it in an inch, and also occasionally I'll get 2-inch sheets, but those are like $60 a sheet.
Oof.
Goes a
Yeah.
long way, but
For sure.
actually my figure shelves, I don't have any dioramas on my shelves. Like if I could show my shelves, people laugh at me because they're like, you make stuff for people's collections, but your shelves are just green foam shelves. Like they're not painted, they're not textured. Even the figures that are up higher are just blocks of offcut wood, offcut blocks of foam that I've stacked up. The only thing I have that is a diorama that I made is a shelf that's on a wall. And I made that really, really, really early on, and it's still hanging on my wall.
Wow. All right. So why? Why have you not built out some dioramas for yourself for your displays?
So the ones that I made for myself, I made a whole bunch of little things around that same time. And a couple of my buddies, this was kind of before we were going to we have local toy swaps here in North Carolina. NC Underground Toy Swap. They put on swaps throughout the year, each month all over North Carolina. And so I was part of this toy group online, and a couple of my buddies were as well. And they see me building these things. I'd send them pictures, and they're like, dude, you could sell those things. And I'm like, well, I don't know. What are you talking about? And then so I sent the guy at the that does the swap. I sent him a message, Ash. I was like, hey, are these allowed at your swaps? And he's like, yeah, whatever, bring them out. So I brought out this little janky table with a bunch of little things. I had no idea what kind of price to put on them. I just slapped some prices, and that's where I met Toyomic Trey, bunch of people from the underground, and they just went over really well. And everybody's like, you need to keep making these and keep bringing them back. And that's what got me started making them. So anything that I would have built for myself went there, and I just stopped building for myself.
I could see that. Yeah.
It's like the professional painter that doesn't paint his own house. I mean, totally, very much the same thing.
Yes.
Yep. And the cook that never eats his own food. It's exactly. It makes sense. That makes sense. Absolutely. All right.
But I have to say, a lot of thank yous to a lot of people from the underground swap. Like Trey, he's probably my biggest fan and biggest supporter out of anybody. He's bought more pieces from me than anybody else. He is my hype man times 1 million. For real. And there's a bunch of other people within that group that pushed me along. Hey, you should post yourself in, like the Cabal. You could really sell your stuff on the Cabal. And for me, I wasn't sure because I'm like, I don't want to post my stuff up there. Like, there's already good, good stuff. They don't need that. Sure enough, I posted stuff on there, gone right away, gone right away, gone right away. And it just blows my mind. Even when people reach out to me now, I'm like, it blows my mind because I see all these people like Mr. C, and you've got people like Mr. C, you've got action figures sold separately. You've got Carver's Customs. There's just a bunch of people. John Davis is another local guy. He makes really good dios. I could keep going, but so I'm humbled when people, want my work because I know what else is out there. So.
Well, that's got to be a good feeling because I mean, number one, your work is amazing. Exactly. But like the guys that you mentioned also have amazing work. You're right. But I think also there's so many of us and, you guys there's a lot of work involved in what you guys are doing. So you could be really busy. John Davis could pick some up. Carver could pick some up, so there's plenty. I think there's plenty of room for all you guys, and you all have kind of a little unique design. None of you are completely the same, although at the same time, some of the stuff can be mixed quite nicely as well. If need be. So there's a lot to have different options. There's a lot of greatness to having different options, and but there's the talent is impressive out there, and like I said, yours is right up there with them for sure, 100%. And so I'm not surprised that people be hitting you up. And that was one of the things we didn't get a chance to talk about that after backstage, so we'll talk about that in a little bit. But I'm not surprised, and the more people see it, more of these things get into people's hands and photography comes out, there's a lot more people that are coming out saying where'd you get that? Where'd you get so?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It'll grow if you let it, if you want it to. I know
with us toy photographers out there, it's just like there's a finite amount of stuff that's out there. Yeah, you'll have people that are doing more the 3D printed builds now, but again, there's still a lot of love for those foam dioramas with everything. And like Lou was saying, there's so much of this stuff that just works seamlessly with the other. So you're getting kind of like an art collection, but again, you're also able to use it for product photography, and stuff like that. So there's always a demand for that stuff.
Sure. Absolutely. I got to bring this up because Trey's giving you your flowers as well. Jimmy does epic work, and I recognize that early on. I upgraded my collection every time I get a piece from him. It's true, brother. No doubt. I agree with you 100%. And so let's get into some of the okay. Hang on. Sorry. Winford. Jimmy, for washes, do you buy a pre-made or do you have a recipe to make your own?
No, I do not buy anything pre-made when it comes to washes or anything like that. It's basically the cheapest crap paint and water. And I buy these little dollar bottles from Dollar General. They're like dropper bottles. Okay. And I put more water than I put paint. It's just you got to test it out a little bit. Just put you some water in there, put you a glob of paint, test it out. If it's too light, maybe add a little more paint. But you also got to remember when it comes to washes, you're gonna layer them. You're probably not just gonna put one layer of washes on there. Right. So, but for me, I just start with. I wish I would have had a little bottle. I don't have one close enough. I would say maybe for paint washes, I couldn't even think to tell you how to do it like in cups or parts or whatever. I just start with a glob and a little bit of water.
Would you want like a certain kind of consistency? I hear some people like milk-like consistency, some kind of a little bit thicker, or what would you prefer?
So if you get something more on the milky side, it's obviously going to be darker. I prefer something that's more closer to watery. I don't like it straight watery, but in between milky and watery kind of consistency, because I feel like when it dries light enough that it could be like in a spot that's not quite so weathered, And then if you add a little bit in another part of that and build up on it, it gets darker over time. I prefer building up my washes. So I would go in between milk and water consistency.
Gotcha. And then
You don't want to be painting it on like paint. You want to put it on and let it run down. Or as a matter of fact, you could take your dropper bottle and put it on there and let it run down, and use your brush to kind of like guide it, or
Yeah, you're just moving it. You're not slabbing it on. Absolutely.
Exactly. Yeah.
So Mr. C at one point when he was doing some weathering, he had it like thin enough to where it was like in a spray bottle.
Mm-hmm.
And he just kind of did this, and he just kind of wiped it down just a little bit, so it kind of get into all those grooves and the nooks and crannies. Give it a really good look.
Yeah. And Nader says dab it with a sponge as well for weather,
Absolutely.
and see if that works for you. Yep.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, great stuff. See, we're learning today, fellas.
Yeah.
It's great. I'm learning all kinds of stuff here. Oh, Tayamic Trey, member for 16th months with a member chat. If you want to maximize a display, have HVX make your dio. Give them an idea of what you want, and your expectations will become exceeded. 100% agreed across the board from my own experience as well. So, yeah, 100%. And thank you, Trey. Thank you for being a member 16 months. That's for you. You might be a member longer than me. How'd that work?
Slacker.
All right, let's get you a video, my friend. What are we gonna do here?
Trey, this one's of me in a bikini.
Absolutely. Here you go. Jimmy in a bikini.
Thank you for your tribute, heretic, but that won't absolve you of your sins.
Oh, I hit the wrong button.
Warhammer.
No, I
I
didn't.
love it.
Yeah, absolutely. Hell yeah, Wicked Tug. Yeah, Wicked. Yeah, we're gonna get into that later. I made several things recently: a fire pit, tombstone, bases, small diodes, sandbags, and most proud of the wood smoking pipes. Very cool. Very cool.
Some of the small things for me are the more fun than the bigger things are.
Yeah. Well, the small things can fill out a room, a piece, and all kinds of different things. Little furniture, just little stuff that adds so much to the world building for sure.
For sure.
Mm-hmm. All right, we are going to jump into some shots that we've got, some photos, some works of Jimmy, and I'm going to have you kind of. I'm trying to do something here. It's not letting me do it. There we go. All right. And we're just going to kind of go through them. We've got a lot to look at, and you guys keep with your questions for sure in the chat. And we've got a lot of work of Jimmy to go over and kind of discuss and talk about and all that good stuff. You guys ready to get into it?
Yeah, buddy.
All right. So the first up is I cheated. So this is the newest, the back wall. And this is only part of the newest edition from the dio that Jimmy just made for me. And again, as Trey was saying, I can attest, he's 100% correct. This is absolutely glorious. And I haven't even delved into it yet. There's like so many more options and with other pieces that I can build this room out into various different ways. And we tried, Jimmy, you convinced me to experiment with some blue flames. All right. And you asked me about that. You want some blue flames? What's up, Hendo? How you doing? And I said, that sounds cool. And so that was your first time. This was the first time you did the blue flames, right?
Yeah.
All right. And they go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, I work with Pete from Pete's Prints, and we do the flames together. And he's like, oh, you need to do some colored ones. And because we do torches.
Mm-hmm.
And we never did, and I've never done any on any of the dios, but I know how much you like to change your pictures up, and I was like, well, maybe he would like some different colored flames to go on those torches, for maybe magic effects or something. I don't know.
Yeah, variety.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then Jimmy, with those flames, I know you showed them earlier, like they're just translucent. Do you just like kind of dip them in like a dye, or how does that work out for getting that color?
So I basically
What's up,
use
Shockwave?
Vallejo inks.
Okay.
You know, just their gamer colors. But I get I get the red ink and I get yellow ink. And what I do with like this, like you could also use if you make your flames out of hot glue. This is a 3D print here, but if you make your flames out of hot glue, you can do the same thing. Taking
Bring it up.
so this is the flames that, there we go, in my black shirt, you can kind of see it. So these are
Yeah.
the flames that I designed to go in flame pots and some of our torches. What I do is I take my ink and paint the whole thing yellow with ink. You want to make sure that there's a good coverage on it, so when the light shows through, that yellow is pretty bold. And then you want to take your red ink and just take and highlight like the tips, the outermost tips with the red.
Gotcha.
And then once that's done, I take a gloss clear coat the whole thing, put a little, glue a little LED to the bottom end of it, and voila, you have a light.
Interesting. Have you ever, sorry, I was looking at that and I kind of had a thought come into my head. Have you ever had like a small miniature LED like inside the actual flame thing? So like a character could like hold it in their hand or anything like that? Or
Asking you
Yes.
shall receive.
Yes, hold on, let me stand up for a second.
All right. Here, we'll get over here.
Oh.
Yes, yes, indeed.
because just thinking
Yes,
out loud,
wicked
like
bug.
I feel like there's definitely a few photos I could see myself using something like that for sure.
Oh, yeah. Mhm.
Okay, so these are torches that Pete and I sell. This is an unpainted version. We've got 4 or 5 different versions, and there's actually a battery that fits inside of this. It's a rechargeable battery, and a small flame fits on top of that. This can be held by a figure.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yes. So
Hmm.
is that what you were
Interesting.
talking about?
So I like that idea. What I was saying, like, you know how sometimes like a Johnny Storm, like he's got like a fireball like sitting in his hand or something like that, where there's
Oh.
kind of do it like that.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
You could use I did have one over here. They make these little magnetic lights, and it's basically 3 batteries, and there's like a little mini circuit board that attaches to it.
Right.
They're teeny tiny. You could essentially glue that to like this, or like a fireball look for a hand,
Uh-huh.
affix it to the hand, and then just take whatever magnetic, and that would turn the light on and turn the light off.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds like a winner for sure.
Oh.
Yeah. Because it's like I've been wanting to do like some more like I don't know, like spiritual or magical shots and stuff like that, where somebody's like welding like fire in their hand or something like that, and I think that would be
And they make those really tiny too.
Yeah, Wesley. Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, they make those little the little magnetic things. Those are pretty tiny. You could probably do something really cool like that, like a
okay.
hand effect. Yeah, send
Cool,
me.
I like
I'll try to find a picture, a link, and send you a link to them, or
Please
something
do.
similar. Anyways.
Oh, yeah. Me too, please.
Okay.
That's fantastic. Yeah.
like a
All right, so-
rocker or something like that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm. And so here we got a more photogenic angle. Hey, but again, the blue flames. You asked me. You sent me a text. You're like, "Do you like them?" I'm like, "I freaking love them." Look at this. This is so cool. So yeah, absolute success. And again, thank you, my friend. Thank you.
Yes, absolutely.
Very, very cool.
Yeah.
Very clean work.
Yeah. So from there, we're jumping in, and as looking through your pictures, I kind of, and again, I didn't ask you, so I apologize, but I'm guessing this is probably some of your earlier stuff. Is that right?
So this was a very, very, very early piece for me. As you can see, I'm still customizing figures at this point.
Mhm.
And so I made this figure and this diorama, and actually I made a box for it that it's a box art and everything. Like it's a whole one of a kind piece. I made a little certificate of authenticity with it and everything. But
Yeah.
I gifted this to one of my best friends. Actually, the guy I'm going to see in Jersey tomorrow has this. But this was something that I made really, really, really early on. I was trying to figure out how to do lights. I like Skeletor.
Mhm.
So, and this just seemed like something it could be kind of easy, and then it turned into a little more than easy.
Did I get the feeling you do that a lot,
Yeah.
where it's easy and then it turns into a little more than easy. That's kind of the vibe I've always gotten from you. But the end product is always a holy shit moment. So I love this. So this was more of a just a piece to display on your shelf with your figure and showcase the figure.
And it's lit in behind the. I'm pointing at my screen like you can see me. It's lit in behind the.
I do it all the time.
It's lit in behind the shield. It's a green light that kind of points down to the ground. So if you were to, I don't know if you have those pictures in with these, but there is a green LED in there that you can turn on and turn off.
Okay. All right. I did not put that in the slide, guys. I apologize. So that would have been helpful, but I'm sorry.
No, that's cool. I'm glad you chose this because it's like a really super early piece. So
okay. Yeah. Very cool. Yeah, no, I think it's fantastic. I mean, it's a great idea a great idea for display. It's something that you can put on your shelf. If all you're doing is putting your figures on the shelf, this helps make them pop. Right. It makes the display look that much cooler.
Yep.
So no, I love that. Oh, damn. Duarte Studios. What's up, Duarte?
What's up, Duarte?
Good to see you, man. What's up, panel and chat?
Oh.
HVX makes some beautiful work. Yes, he does, my friend. Yes, he does.
Thank you.
Absolutely. As do you.
Yes.
Good stuff all around.
No
As I
doubt.
said earlier, you were my inspiration to start building dioramas, period. So if I hadn't seen your work, then I might have kept customizing.
Well, hey, I'm glad that didn't happen.
Yeah.
if I'm being honest. No. Moving for the next one. This one just caught my eye. I love this when I saw this one, so I wanted to bring this up because just very bold design, colorful, a lot of shapes, shading, and how early was this one? I've got to ask.
So this is actually a good picture to show, and there's actually multiple versions of this. And so I was trying to learn how to do two things with this piece. I wanted to try to figure out some way to make like flags. I've never done anything that had any kind of fabric involved. And also I wanted to make the floor so it could either be a floor like you were inside of a castle or make it so you were outside coming in. So there's another picture. So on the sides where it's gray, you can actually take and put pieces on there that are grass. There you go. So it makes it look like you're on the outside. So perfect. You knew exactly what was going on there. But that was my intention with these. The flags in the back are not perfect. Like I definitely would have somebody make me flags from here on out. But I really enjoyed this. Like I was very proud of that. The floor, especially, I love the floor. I think the floor turned out great.
The floor is beautiful.
Yeah, that floor looks amazing. My luck, if I was doing that, I would probably have it like 80%, like looking great, and that last 20%, I would just crap the bed and like, oh, I got to start over. Yeah, my luck, I would cut something just the wrong angle, and it would just bug me, and I'd have to start all over.
Oh, I do that all the time. So I'm the worst.
Castle Doom,
absolutely.
And all of the pieces, like the little podiums there in the back and the little pieces that they're standing on, you can move all that stuff. So you can move all that stuff around as well.
Yep. And that's what I love about the that's the thing. Everything that you've built for me is completely modular. There's, we've got a set idea of what we were starting with, but the modularity that you created for it, there's so much we can do with it. It's
for sure.
So much fun.
Having pieces that move or whole walls that disconnect gives you variability and just longevity of a piece for sure.
Absolutely.
Hey, here.
What's up, Terrence?
What's up, Terrence?
Good to see you, my friend. Yes. All right, so let's move to what do we got? Oh, this one's cool. I had to bring this up because I was just freaking blown away. I think everybody's gonna. This is a fun one. So
Oh
make
my
that one.
goodness.
I didn't make that one.
You didn't make this one.
I didn't send
Oh,
that to you. I'm
You
just
did send
kidding.
it to me.
I'm just kidding. That's my very.
I'm going to leave now because you just take over the show.
Perfect.
Oh, jeez.
I was gonna do that on the very first Dio you showed, but it's the one that I made for you, so I couldn't do that. So I figured I would wait.
Your shadow, what's going on, brother? Good to see you.
So
Yeah, you had to find your timing. Okay, it's fair. It's fair.
Yeah.
So this
Oh,
was
my goodness.
my very first commission ever. Was this piece?
Okay. Wow.
Yes. So the little axe on the side spins like it would in the game. The little lights in the back, you can slide them around across the back, or you can actually remove them. And the fire up underneath the bridge, you can turn that on so it undulates, kind of like lava.
Wow.
Jeez. Yes, Terrence. I'm right there with you. I can hear the music too. Holy man. Well, and I wow. Because we've even got the backdrop with the score on here. And when I first popped and looked at this, because this was when you sent me all this stuff, this is the first time I'd seen this one. And then the more and more I'm looking at it, the more I realize, I'm like, oh, wait a minute, that whole back wall is part of this. It's not he made that too.
Yeah,
it's unbelievable.
All of the letters, I hand cut all the letters out. Everything. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's absolutely stunning. And there's more.
Actually, the bricks, every one of those bricks are individually cut.
Oh,
And the edges are all individually cut around. So yeah, that was a lot of work.
So okay, let me ask you: is that the first and last time that you did that?
Yes. Yes. Quickly.
Due to technical difficulties, HVX left the stream.
Well, and what they didn't see is I already did that to you early on.
Yeah. Oh man! All right, got to get back over here. What's up, Jurassic Jesse? How you doing, my friend? Good to see you. And yeah, thank you, Abby. Abby and I are fighting over the chat right now internally because he's trying to do his job and I'm making his job difficult. Sorry, Abby. Fanboy Tone, again, thank you so much. $2 super chat. Got him. Dude, no doubt, brother. No doubt. And Tone, this one's for you, my friend. We're going to roll this one out.
Hi guys, this is Faces by Rachie here, and I just want to let you guys know that I love Figure Fight Club. Whoop.
And we love Figure Fight Club. And Figure Fight Club loves you.
That's right.
It's true. Thank you so much for the $2 super chat, Tone. Appreciate you, brother. All right, so next one is just another. It is this again with the fire lit up and some figures on here, so you can see scale wise. This thing's massive.
This
And
is huge.
you can break it down too. Like it's totally, you can break everything down so the guy can. He actually turned it into. He took the back wall off of it and used it in a Masters of the Universe type setup.
Oh yeah, okay, I can see that too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, that is fantastic, man. And again, modularity, so you can use it for other things, so it's not stuck to one specific. All right, so my next project, Jimmy, is I want you to make something with individual bricks.
No.
You're fired, Lou.
Yeah, lose my phone number, Lou. All right.
Precious
That's
pipe.
fair. Right. What's going on, PBW, Plastic Boy Wonder? Good to see you, my friend. All right, so let's move from here. Oh, and you see, okay, so this next one was actually one of yours that I love this one. I love this one so much.
Was that at IshCon last year?
No, that was at Legion's Con 2 years ago.
2 years ago. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very.
And this is what started to inspire, because I started going through your stuff when I asked you about the alcove wall and such, and this was one of them that really just caught my eye, and I resisted asking you for this.
I would just have to make a different one. I mean,
Yeah. Well, of course.
yeah. I mean, and I mean, I could always make more.
All right, we'll talk. But again, this is absolutely gorgeous, and of course, all of this stuff really is, quite frankly. But yeah, this just blew me away. So walk us through.
Oh yeah. Go ahead.
No, go.
Oh no, I was just saying the spindles are those actual foam as well too, or are those actually like wood painted up?
Okay, so the part in the middle, you can tell that the bottom, the more round parts, that's foam, but the part that kind of looks like it has some fanciness to it or whatever, those were actually, what did I get those from? I think you know how when you go to like Michael's and Hobby Lobby, they have the section with all the different wood bits and they've got all the different kinds of crazy shapes and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I pulled something apart and kept the middle section, and I made a mold of it, and then so I can cast it, and that's how I make some of my flame pots. I use that as the stand, and then use other pieces on top of it. But that's what those come from. I can't exactly remember. I think it was some kind of a wood bit from Michael's or something, but I just made a mold of it because I'm like, this kind of looks like a pillar.
Yeah. It looks great for sure.
Yeah, no, it works well. Absolutely.
So I think if you look at the big torches in the back, against the back, I think that's the same column. If you look at the gold part, I think that's the same column if I'm not mistaken. But I glued something to the bottom of it. Maybe I could be wrong.
That's possible. Yeah, I can't really tell from the picture, but I could see what you're saying. I think you might be right. I mean, you made it. I don't know.
Dude, that was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
The cool thing I like about this, so the window frame in the back of it, very early on, I saw a YouTube video from a lady that makes sets for stop motion animation. And she was making this big cathedral type thing. And she was showing her progress. And one of the things she did was she made all of her window frames, but she made them out of sculpting clay. And then she fired them, or actually she made them out of sculpting clay, made a mold of that, and then used that mold to make this. So essentially, I tried to do the same thing. I went and bought a bunch of Sculpey and literally about killed myself trying to make a frame that I thought like looked usable. And I've been able to use this now. Like I can pour that frame and use it anytime. And I know that it's my frame. I made it. Like I didn't buy it anywhere. I didn't 3D print it. So like it feels good to be able to use that. But it was a very cool technique to learn. It's very time consuming. I mean, I guess if you're a sculptor, you could probably whip something up a lot cooler than that.
Yeah.
Hey, look, I've got one, so I know how freaking cool it is in hand in real life. So no, it's yeah. Don't sell yourself short. It's excellent. It's beautiful.
A lot of effort went into that for sure. It was somebody that was seeing, I forget who it was. I saw like, because I'll follow like people making dioramas and everything. And they took their Proxon cutter and they just cut like different like thin layers sheets of the foam. And like how he had it just kind of like he did his design and just kind of stacked them all up. And then he ended up like coating it almost, I don't know if it was like there was some, I don't know if it was strictly paint, but it had like a texture with it and everything like that. It almost looked like it was concrete by the time he was done with everything. And looked the coolest thing, but I'm like so intricate detail with everything like that. But again, something like that's so time consuming, but if you're able to reuse it, that's just improving efficiency for sure.
Yeah,
exactly. Yep. No, it's a smart move. And again, 2+ years later, and you got it, man. That's your thing.
But see, and I buy a lot of stuff in reuse things. So like in this picture alone, so the big pieces up on the top, left and right, the circular pieces, are buttons that I bought. And I made a mold of the button and I just cast that shape anytime I need it. The little buttons the little pieces that are down below that, same thing. I just bought some cool buttons at Michael's when they were on sale for like nothing. Made a cast of one of the buttons, and I can cast and reuse that anytime I want to.
What's up, Brad? Good to see you, my friend. Yep. Now that it's a beautiful piece, my friend. Absolutely beautiful.
Yeah,
and
glorious.
From here, we've got another one that, again, it's just a plethora of beautiful stuff that we're gonna be showing here.
Wow.
So then we got this gate here, and again, walk us through it, Jimmy.
So I noticed he's asking, what am I casting with? So I use Smooth On products. They make mold and resin stuff. You can get it on Amazon. Send me a message offline and I can send you the link to the stuff afterwards, because I can't remember exactly which one it is. There's a bunch of different versions of their stuff on there, but if you don't mind sending me a message, I'll answer any questions and lead you in the right direction.
Awesome.
So for this, I bought a Mezco figure, the sod cutter dude. Can't think of what his name is, but he's the gravekeeper guy.
Okay.
And so that inspired me. I was like, I want to make a grave thing that this guy could stand on, even though I'm not going to keep it. And so I had this thought. I was like, I want to be able to do light up skulls. Like I have torches and I have all these things that have flames, but I want to make these skulls glow. So I just took clear resin and poured me some clear skulls and attached the lights to the bottom of those. And I painted the tops of the skulls with green resin and then cured those with UV light.
Man, that's something. That's dope. That's awesome, man.
Thank you.
Yep. Absolutely gorgeous.
I enjoyed making this one though. Doing the side walls, that was a little tricky because those side walls come completely off the sides. The back comes off, the gate comes down. Like
that's right. Yeah,
you could essentially use that for just a riser.
Wow. Yeah. Platorium. Yeah, no doubt. The gated community entrances. Hell yes. And then so where's the next one here? We've got this. Yeah.
Okay, so you kind of started backwards on this one.
Okay.
Do you have any of these other pictures that go along with this one?
I messed up. I did this. When I was pulling pictures, I pulled this one, and then I've got a number of them from what I thought was the same thing, but it's not.
Okay,
it's a different one.
Well, this is part of a big, huge modular diode that I built for IshCon, not this past year, but the year before. And so these are the two outer pieces that you have slid together. So you've cut out the ceiling, the middle, and the ceiling.
Okay, I do have some of the middle then.
Okay, and it'll have all this stuff in there.
All right.
But this was showing what that diorama could look like if you just wanted to use these. So all of the little chain linked railings, all those come down. They're all magnetized, so they don't even have to be there. The torches on the wall, those are the torches that Pete and I do. So those are all magnetized to the wall. You can take those down. So the skulls, it's kind of hard. I don't know if you can see here, but the skulls on the side of the walls and down towards the front center, can't remember, but I think those have lights up in them, if I remember correctly. Or from the head. So there's a light attached to the head. So you pull the heads off, turn it on, stick it back on the rib cage, and then it lights up the rib cage.
Wow.
Oh yeah. No, we're getting there. Hang on. Wait, no, this is not that. Is this? This is that. Okay, hang on. We're getting there. They're in the wrong order, but we're getting there. All right, so let's go to the next one.
That's part of it there. That's the middle part.
Yep, this is the center part, and there's more. But wait, there's more. Lord I always struggle pronouncing your name. Lord Esidus. Thanks for coming out, friend. Good to see you, my brother. All right. So then, okay. So here's another close up for this is your centerpiece, right?
Yes.
All right. And then we've got. So this is with the centerpiece and the side piece attached to the centerpiece.
So that's the first piece we were looking at. That's just one of the sides.
Oh, okay. All right. And then, okay. And then, yeah, I really messed this up, but here's
There
the
you
full
go.
effect. Here's the full effect.
Yeah, that's the full
Man.
piece. So the top, you could pull the whole entire top off and flip it over, and it's just like a floor. It could just be a random floor for anything you need. You could use it like this. You could use the center by itself. You could use the sides together, like in that first pic you showed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there was a lot of labor of love on this one.
Yeah. Yeah.
The little fencing or the little railings, stuff like that. So that was pretty cool. That was a fun thing to do.
Yeah. And all the different levels that you've got with it. Absolutely fantastic. And K-Town, have a great night, my friend.
Thanks for
Should be
coming by,
fun.
brother.
Yeah. We come back around for the replay. There's a lot of good stuff.
Yeah, this is
Replay
mind blowing, Jimmy. This is amazing stuff, brher.
Oh,
Mhm.
thank you. I appreciate that. And this,
See,
I
I'm-
can't remember how tall this is, but this is like, gosh, I feel like it's probably like 18 or 20 inches tall or more. It was a pretty big piece. Do you remember
Yeah.
seeing that, Steve?
Say again?
Do you remember? You were at that con. Do you remember seeing that?
That's because I want to say you had that like right over like where Pete was sitting. I think you had that closer to him. Yeah,
Yeah,
I remember that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then so something, Jimmy, with this, like this is a lot of intricate detail on this, like all the sculpting, all the cutting and everything. How long does something like this take compared to like what we've already seen so far? I mean, I know you said you don't track hours, but I feel like this is a labor of love for sure.
Well, this was a lot of on the fly designing. Like actually what started this whole piece is that big skull that's in the middle in the bottom. I bought that at Michael's. It was at the end of Halloween or something.
Yeah.
They had a bunch of stuff that was on clearance, and I think I paid like $3 for that. And I'm like, I got to make something cool with this. And it started with just me making that centerpiece with the little steps up in the, going so it would be like where you could put a throne or somebody could stand.
Mm-hmm.
And it started with that. And I'm just like, man, I was like, I want to turn this into like a full room, like more of a room rather than like the throne area.
Right.
And so from there, it was just kind of like, I would sketch out little things at work or little ideas that I had, like the little blocks on the sides of the walls with the skulls that stack up. Like I kind of drew a thing. I was like, something like that would look cool here or there. But a lot of this was like on the fly, like building. So
just
Very cool.
that's wild. So just basically started flooding into as you were building it, you found
yeah,
different,
and then,
just
one
added
thing would
to it
turn
as you
into
went.
something. Whoops. Yeah, something would snowball into something else. I would make one thing and it'd be like, oh no, this would look cool here or there.
Mm-hmm. Yep. No, it's wild. So Code is asking, he says, wow, do you need an apprentice? And Goodman Toy says, HVX knows what's up. Modularity is such a big plus for dios, especially for us photogs. 100%, my friend. And you see, yeah, this is kind of what I was thinking of when I first saw this. Looks like it needs some Shankara stones.
Yeah.
Straight out of, because you could use this for, again, it's one of these things where you can use it for so many different ideas and so many different types of dios. You could do an indie diorama with this for sure. Stage for Mortal Kombat.
Halima.
Yep, dude, unbelievable. And Fanboy says, I will sweep the floor. Oh yeah, dude. Absolutely. Yeah, Wicked Thug, dope work. Absolutely, my friend.
Thank you.
Unbelievable stuff. All right. So let's see what else this is one that's kind of current. Well, definitely. Anyway, let's just bring it up.
Ooh.
So this Mike Bruno, F&A HVX. All these are so fucking dope. Wish Lou would stop buying them all up. I know. I'm sorry, man. Look, he's going to be, well, I don't know if he's free, but he's not going to do anything for me for a while. He's cut me off, at least for a little bit. I need to hit you up for one of these for my Savage Crucible figs. Yeah, you do. you could do. So you guys hash it out, and I'll keep away. These all look good, but what's the customer's cost?
The life of your firstborn.
That's right.
That's right. That's right. That's right. And again, I don't like getting into cost on these, but I can tell you, you saw the pic, and there's more pictures in here of what Jimmy made for me, and I was blown away by the price, quite frankly.
I want to say something to the effect of prices. I don't know if Trey is still in the chat, but I've had multiple people pull me to the side and give me a daddy talk that you need to do something with your pricing because they feel like I'm giving my stuff away. So I feel like I get pretty good prices, but when people come and give me the talk of like, hey, you're not doing yourself any good, like I feel like that's a pretty good price, I guess.
Selling, so that's the big thing. You're making a sale. You're not sitting on any of the stuff, right? So I mean, there's that. But again, it's like something that you're spending countless nights. Your time is valuable.
Yes.
So there's definitely make sure you're taking care of yourself too. So when you're doing this, these are labors of love that you're not burning yourself out in the process.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
Hey, have a good night, Coda. Definitely catch the replay.
Thank you.
Glad you got to hang out.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah. And you guys can, and what's the link? HVX Custom at HVX Customs is right there in Instagram. Is that the best way to reach you?
Instagram or Facebook, either way, send me a message on Messenger. I probably get it quicker, but they're both the same essentially. I mean, just send me a message either place. So
there you go. Yeah. At HVX or HVX Customs, Facebook or Instagram.
Yeah.
All right. So let's get into the Grindhouse. Grindhouse Toys. We know what this is.
Yes. So 2 years ago at IshCon, I would have met Chris Scott from the Grindhouse Toys, and we got to talking, and we found out we just had some things in common. Like we both like metal music. His booth was Blockbuster Video inspired. I was a manager for Blockbuster for 15 years. I loved his figures. We just got along or whatever. So fast forward through the weekend, he's like, hey man, I might want to have you do some work for me sometime. Shortly after that, he sends me a message and was like, hey man, how quickly could you do me something? I need something to display some figures at, I think it was at Toylanta or something. Maybe it was coming after that. Anyways.
Okay.
And he sent me a drawing. He's just like, I want something kind of sort of like this and what you're showing here. And I just kind of took it and ran with it. And it was definitely a fun piece. I had never done anything in that scale before, the 1/18 scale. So it was definitely fun, something different to do. And it's supposed to look like, an old broken down city or whatever. So I tried to put look like iron pieces and bricks. And of course, he liked skulls like I like skulls. And as you can see, I overloaded it with skulls.
Absolutely. You can never have enough skulls. Skulls and flames, right?
With this being 1/18 scale, like how hard was it finding skulls like in this scale with everything? Or was that pretty easy?
It's pretty good because I have Pete. Pete
okay, okay, that makes sense. Sorry, yeah.
Pete made me a whole bunch of 1/8 scale skulls. So it's pretty easy there. Otherwise, I mean, they're not, like during Halloween, you can find kind of sort of 1/12 scale ish things that look halfway decent sometimes, but you would never find anything to scale. I feel like, but no. So I'm pretty lucky there. I can get some things printed. Like the pieces that look like the iron pieces and the rafters, those are actually pieces that I bought at a hobby shop. There's a whole section of a company that just makes plastic parts for dioramas. Some of it looks like rafters, some of it looks like corner pieces, some of it looks like I don't know, the other kind of steel rafters, and that was the scale I needed. So I bought some of those, and it ended up working out pretty good for these.
Yeah, for sure. Smudge says flames and skulls keep the lights on in the paint shop.
There you go.
Absolutely. I did want to touch on this real quick because Trey, nailed it. Jimmy has very reasonable prices, but not everyone understands that time and energy and skill are worth paying for. And he's completely right. I mean, you know, we talk about price. I mean, price is king, especially with action figures. But when you are talking to a diorama maker, he's not a, you know, none of these guys are big companies, and these are all, you know, there's a lot of love and work and time put into each one of these, and that goes for your guys that are doing foam, and it even goes for your guys that are doing 3D print, all the painting that they do. You know, if they're just handing you a 3D print, okay, well, there's time and there's, you know, time and there's materials, right? But a lot of these guys are doing custom paint as well, and that's even more time and more meticulous. So yeah, that's, you know, when you reach out to guys like this about, and again, Jimmy's prices are amazing. For what they're amazing. They're just amazing. But when you reach out to these guys and you're like, oh, the price, you got to keep that in mind. You're paying for their work, their time, their energy, and sometimes, you know, you're giving them an idea and they're even designing it based on what you're talking about.
Exactly.
Thank you, Jimmy. Thank you for sifting through all my BS.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead. Finish what you're saying.
I was to say, a lot of times with this too, like these works of art are like a one of one. You're not mass producing these, you know what I mean? So again, there's a lot of variability with that. So it's an individual piece. So that in itself makes that rare, you know? So again, pay the people what they're worth. And for sure, like with this stuff here, it's like, you know, you're getting one of one artwork and again, a one of a kind piece. So yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
Yep. It's very much the case. It's the uniqueness of it. And the thing is, you know, if you're looking to start inexpensive, try to start out small.
Yeah.
You know, do a little corner piece, and you can do a lot photography wise with a simple corner piece.
For sure.
You know, you get that camera, you get the angle in there. There's a lot you can do with it, which helps, and it's a good way to start. You know, if you're looking for a starting point, it'll save you a little bit, and then you'll get the itch and what $1,000. So we got
it's always relatively free, and then after that it'll start costing you.
right.
Yeah.
Right. Well, you know, with Jimmy, the first hit for me was I reached out to you last year, and you built me some 2 pillars, and they're absolutely gorgeous. I freaking love them, and I use them all the time still. And it was just, you know, and again, your price was just amazing, but it was a starting point to get to figuring out, you know, how much I can spend in the future for more and all that good stuff. But you got to start somewhere, and that was it. That was your it wasn't free, but it was the freebie, so to speak. You got me hooked.
Yes.
It's just like buying art. You pay for all the effort and time that was put into the piece before it gets to your hands.
Exactly.
What's up, Candyman? Good evening to you, my friend.
Woo.
Yep.
So for this piece here, this is do you have the other side of this too?
Okay. I don't think this is the other side. I think this is another one in that.
Okay. Well, yeah, that's just a different side to that. Yeah.
Okay.
That's that's one of the other sides.
Okay. All right.
And
so
basically,
that is,
once you get around to the front of it, there's just room for there's a pedestal on the front for a figure, but each side has a different Grindhouse toys poster on it.
gotcha. So it's got each character kind of thing. Yeah. And unfortunately, that's the only other picture I thought that. Sorry. That's the only other picture I did of this one.
I love it though. See, this is
We'll do
part of the
part
reason
2.
I didn't want to like say you should show these pictures, because I just felt it would be more interesting to see what you chose versus what I would choose.
Okay.
So
All right.
I think it's great. I mean, even though we're
All
not
right.
seeing the front of it, it still looks cool. I think it's still cool.
All right. All right. So you don't hate me. You'll still talk to me after the show.
I think
Okay.
it's great. I love it. I love it. I love it.
All right, cool. We're trying here, folks. We're trying. But you know what? This is just gonna mean we're gonna have to do a part 2 at some point. So you know.
Right on.
So we got next up, and we are shifting gears a little bit to another project. And this is the Figure Fight Club clubhouse alleyway that you had built for Abby.
Yes. Yeah, this was a lot of fun here.
Mhm. It came
What's
out great.
even better about this is when Abby asked me for this, he didn't ask me for all of this. He just asked me for a wall. He just asked me for a simple wall. I mean, there was nothing much more to it than that. He might have asked me for some side, but he's just like, I want something to do my figure reviews with. And within a matter of time, I'm like, well, would you be cool if we did this? Would you be cool if we did that? And he's like, yeah. And then so I don't know what all different kinds of shots you got through here, but like the posters you can remove the posters off the wall. They're all magnetized. The sign at the top, you can either take it down or change the sign so it says something else.
Man, that's so cool. That's really cool.
Mhm.
No, I'm noticing a theme, Jimmy. I know, you said Abby didn't give you a lot of direction, and then, it started with one wall. Lou started with a floor and maybe a back, like one wall, and then it kind of grew into what it is. I'm like, I feel like you're definitely you're going extra mile, and I think that's awesome, man. Like, and again, I feel like to kind of equate that to like when people are like giving you a commission, if they're not giving you like restrictions or things that they want, I feel like you're probably going to be able to flourish a lot more, kind of bring a lot more of that creative energy to it. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, I feel like I do my best work when I do my own work.
Exactly.
So, and Abby kind of let me do my own work. He just said, I want it to be a wall. And then when I started adding stuff in, then he would be like, well, what about this? Or can you make it this? But like, he never restricted me or never said, do this or that. He just let me run with it. And no matter what I kept adding, he was like, yeah, go with it. Yeah, go with it. I don't care. Go with it.
Yeah.
So,
Yep. And that's exactly it. And that's why I love you, man, because you did very similar with me. And again, the work is unbelievable. And I knew kind of what I wanted, but not completely. And, again, you're the artist, quite frankly. So you do your art, man. We're happy.
That's true, but I also have to remember that I'm building for someone else too.
Right, of course.
I can't just go running out of the ballpark with it. Like, some people were like, no, I want my vision. Like, I only want this. Like, I don't want anything more. But there's some people that are like, no, just go. Like, just send me updates. Just run with it. So can't necessarily run wild with everything.
Sure. And welcome to our access, Alan. Good to see you, brother. Always give the artist creative freedom. Yeah,
absolutely.
And I agree. It's like give you kind of a general idea, and then let you kind of go and fine tooth and communication. I mean, you and I communicated a lot, and that's important. Sometimes.
I like to send a lot of pictures. Like if I'm building something for you, Abby can attest to that too with this. Like I send him pictures quite frequently. When I work with Chris with Grindhouse, I'd send him pictures in the middle of the night, like working on stuff, so I just like to send it because I feel like if I send you something early enough on and it's something that you don't like about it, or maybe you have another idea or you want to change something, the quicker I send it to you, the easier it is for me to change. If I get way far down the road and then you're like, can we change this? It might not be as easy.
Yes. Yes, exactly. And so here's another shot of it with a little bit different layout. I did a couple different layouts from this one. And we can see it.
Here you have the front door. That's one whole piece. You can pull that out. So in other words, he removed the posters and he put the front door to the training warehouse on there. And you can slide that all around the front of it.
Yep, you can put it to either corner or move that around. And then we've got another one with the with the loading door, big loading door. And I thought I did not grab the shot. There's one where you've got both. We've got the loading door off to the side, and then the door with the stairway off to the other side.
Yep, side by
really
side.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Jimmy, let me ask you this. I know you initially started kind of doing like myth and fantasy dioramas, and I now as you see more of these street level ones like the grindhouse, and then what you did for Abby here. What do you feel like speaks more to you? What do you feel like you're like, man, I could really knock this out, or I really can go wild with this? What really kind of piques more of that interest for you when you're set on a task like this? Like, is there a certain style you like more than the other? Or?
So originally, my quick answer would be anything fantasy. Like
Okay.
I would lean more towards the fantasy side, and I really do like building. That's probably some of my favorite stuff to build. But because I've got commissioned to do things like this, where it's like a building, or like things for Chris, where it's got bricks, real bricks in it. And I mean, I know you can see behind me, there's a little brick wall.
Mm-hmm.
I notice when I build those, even though like I feel like that may not be where I think my wheelhouse is, like it's always fun for me to do. Like I enjoy doing it. Like, but it's also like I feel like I have to dig a little deeper to learn how to do things like making the fences. I saw someone asked, did I use plastic gutter mesh for it? I don't think I used plastic. As a matter of fact, I know I did not use plastic on these, but I do have some plastic. As a matter of fact, trying to find material that I thought scaled well and looked like more like fencing, because some of the gutter mesh looks a little more like triangles, which I kind of think probably these are here, but that's actually metal. I actually poked my finger on that a couple times, but the fencing is actually metal on that one. I didn't use any plastic. But I've got a bunch of sheets of different size gutter mesh with like where the holes are different size, or the gauge of the wire is a little thicker or a little less, where I was just buying sheets trying to find something that I liked. And I ended up choosing the cheap stuff from Lowe's.
There you go. All right. And that works, man.
And then
So-
for the uprights on the fencing, what would you say you would like, straws or like chopsticks, or what did you use to hold the wire
So
mesh?
the poles are plastic, just plastic tubing. So in other words, the company that made the iron structure stuff that was on the grindhouse piece is the same company that they had like bags of just like different size plastic tubing, and this just happened to be one of the sizes that I had, and it kind of worked pretty good.
Very cool. Very
And
cool.
I think for the top of the fences, usually where you have the cap that sits on there, I just think I used a bead.
Okay.
So
just kind of
it's
glue it in
round.
place. Very cool.
Yeah, just kind of rounds it off. And you can take those out. Those two walls there, or the little side walls, come completely off of there too. You can remove those.
Yep. So you can adjust the depth and open it up wider. Got another question here from Smudge. It says, HVX, have you ever experimented with extreme weathering like stuff that looks like it is set for years covered in gunk?
No, but a creator, I actually met him at Joe Fest. His name is Upful Creation Studios on TikTok. I'm assuming it's probably the same everywhere.
Okay.
But everything that he does, well, not everything, but most of the stuff he does is very extreme weather. Lots of graffiti, lots of super run down, dirty, grimy, super grimy stuff. I don't feel like I'm good at that. I'm not very good at like graffiti or anything like that. The grimy parts, I feel like I could probably make something grimy, but they take it to the extreme. I don't know how to get it there yet. I haven't really experimented with anything like that yet.
I gotcha. And based on a lot of, and we got a lot more to get into. But based on that, it also doesn't follow necessarily with your wheelhouse style. I mean, you are. Hey, good night, Billy. Enjoy the show, man. We'll see you. Thanks for coming out. But as you stated, your wheelhouse and your favorite area would be the myth and magic, the sword and sorcery type, medieval type stuff, and you don't have as much. It's more naturally weathered than the grimy, dirty from human modern day society kind of grime, junk, and garbage.
Yes,
Oh,
absolutely.
yeah. And I can attest your weathering from that perspective, from a more primitive time, is excellent. Absolutely excellent.
Well, thank you. Appreciate
No, thank you. Johnny Cock, Billy's gone. You can all cut loose. Oh, shit. What's going on, Johnny? Gibbs has got a question. He says, there are minimal companies making diodes. What, in your opinion, is the roadblocks for mass production?
I don't know what the roadblocks would be for mass production. I don't do that. I mean, I have made several pieces that look similar, but there's always either the paint's different or there's some pieces on it. There's always differences to it. I don't really make anything the same. Honestly, I'm not sure I can make two things exactly the same anyways. I mean, but I do see some of these guys out here, like what's his name, Mike from
Diabolic Studios.
Yes. Dude,
Yep.
I love his work, man. Great people, but I love their work, man. I stood around and talked to him for a while and just admired his pieces. I think he does great stuff, and his is mass produced. I guess you would call that mass producing, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yep, to a fair degree. And I think from the medium of 3D print, it's probably a little easier to do mass produce because you're telling the computer exactly what you want. You've got the program of exactly what it is, and it just keeps printing it. And good.
Oh, I was going to say what we said earlier about as far as like a lot of people 3D printing their whole entire diodes. I just had this conversation with two other people like a couple days ago, and I just made the comment. I was like, man, with all these people 3D printing their diodes, I was like, there's not going to be any need for me. And they kind of laughed, and they're like, dude, you realize how many people want like one of a kind pieces or whatever? And I'm like, oh, I guess you're right. You know, I never really thought about it that way. And I mean, I was kind of making a joke, but I mean, I do notice more and more that people, their whole entire diorama is 3D printed. Walls, floor, all the pieces on the inside, everything. And there's nothing wrong with that. I used to hate 3D printing. When I first started building diodes, I was like, no, I don't want anything 3D printed on my diodes. I want to make everything, until you try to make everything. And then you're like, hey, Pete, I need some this, I need that. But I try to keep it to a minimal. I try to build anything that I can.
Right. And that's it. And if you treat it, again, if it's a tool, right, and that's basically what you're doing with it, you're using that as a tool to add when need be, and you stick to your handmades past that, and that's fantastic. And, you know, again, there's something to be said for the 3D printing. I think it's, you know, there's definitely a place for it. And, you know, and again, if you see something that you love that's been 3D printed, you know, you can get it done again. So if you don't care about the one of a kind aspect of it, there you go. But of course, if you do, and sometimes you want a one of a kind, sometimes you don't. What do they say? What was that? Mounds and almond joy. Sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't. Anyway, I don't know. That's the kind of shit that goes through my brain all the time. 80s commercials and random shit. Sorry. Gibbs says fishnet fabric makes great fencing.
Yes, it does.
And Johnny Cox says the only time I had fishnets in my portfolio for sale was when I had a Predator piece. And Gibbs says, kinky, Johnny. Kinky. I love you guys, man. I love this chat. I love this gang. All right. Moving from Abby's diorama, we're getting into this year's IshCon and the absolutely epic ship that you made for us to view. And I didn't ask you this. I didn't even want to touch it at the show. I was scared. I looked, took a couple pictures, and I looked, and I admired, but I didn't want to touch it. So I've got to ask you now, and I think we've already got the answer, guys, because we just talked about this. There's no 3D or very little 3D printing on this, correct? These walls,
Okay, so the only thing in this particular shot right here that's 3D printed would be the steering wheel and the 1, 2, 3 barrels. and that's it.
Yeah. That's right.
Everything else is stuff I had here, or like even the skulls or the thing in the background that's on the back wall there that kind of looks like the ornamental piece.
Yeah.
I bought this. I bought some silicone pieces off of either, I think it was AliExpress or Temu at one time, and they're just silicone molds, and they had some cool patterns. And I've probably had this thing for like 2 years now and never used it. And when Ish was like, "Hey, make me a pirate ship," and I started looking for stuff, I found the mold, and I just cut out the middle part of the mold after I made the mold, and it ended up being like the symbol for the ship.
Yeah.
So
That's cool. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. All right. So let me ask you with the molds, what materials, is it resin that you put into that mold?
Yeah, it's just resin. Yeah.
Okay.
It's just it dries in like, the one I use dries in like 30 minutes.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or cures.
All right. Yeah. This is just an amazingly epic piece. And I've got, it's out of order. I'm sorry, but we are going to have a big wide shot to show you the whole thing. But this is the interior. This was, there were a lot of shots of this. I had to choose because we had so many to, and again, we'll have to, do a part 2. So this is the interior. This is the office in the interior, the captain's quarters.
Captain's quarters. So the throne there to your left is actually Duarte Studios. So that was a piece from Duarte that was put in there.
Okay.
So the table, the bookshelf, the parrot stand, and the little lantern post, I made all that. So all that was made. The lanterns, I made the lanterns out of stuff. I went and bought pieces and made molds and stacked them and built and figured out how to make a lantern. So all that stuff was made from scratch. Balsa wood, stuff like that.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. This thing is absolutely amazing. All right. So then we've got, just so you guys can kind of, and I should have taken the picture with you standing next to it, Jimmy, and I didn't put that in here. I should have. But this is the wide shot of this. I mean, this was 3 feet tall, 4 feet tall.
So
F8 Hammer. How you doing? Thanks for coming.
What's up, Eric?
What's up?
I have a lot of your dios.
So it was like 40 something inches long. It was 36 or 38 inches wide. And from the bottom of the base to the very, very tip top of the flagpole, it was 82 inches. I think the tallest part of the actual ship itself was around like 38 or 39 inches tall there in the back.
Wow.
So it took up my whole living room for 2 months.
Yeah. I remember you saying.
Sat on my coffee table for 2 months. So if you were in my living room, you could not watch TV because of this ship for 2 months. Trey helped Jimmy assemble this at IshCon. It's so epic. Yeah,
they were bringing this in. People were like, "Oh my god!" Like how big and massive this thing was, man. Like, but again, it's just like so much detail, so much just intricacy to this stuff. It's amazing.
I didn't even get to finish everything I wanted to on this. So Ish reached out to me at the beginning of, or at the end of last year, like right after Christmas, about building this for IshCon, and almost exactly the same time, Chris from Grindhouse Toys reached out to me to build a commission for him that was equally as big. Well, not equally as big, but was very time consuming. And so I had to split up my time between the two builds. Chris's took like 3 months to do, and then I had 2 months left to build this ship. So literally 2 months, with the exception of the basic skeleton. And what I mean by the skeleton is 2 of the floors, and then on the inside of it, there's railings that go all the way up the sides that basically hold the walls on. That's all I had. I didn't have walls. I didn't have anything else. There was no texture. There was no nothing. So literally, I had 2 months to make everything else happen.
Jeez.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
Yeah.
I have to say thank you, because I didn't do it alone. If I didn't have Pete helping me with the things that he did print for it, and he also is very good with giving me ideas, and like if I can't figure out how to do something, he always has like some kind of counter idea. Hey, what about this? And also we had some help. I'm not a sewer, so I can't sew. So without we had the cells made for us. Christopher, what is his last name? I don't want to miss it. Hold on, let me tell you, because I feel like a dummy. Chris. It's not going to show me now. I can't think of his last name. I'll think of it eventually and pop it up.
Christopher Wright.
Right.
Trey just brought it up. Chris Wright. Yeah,
you.
Christopher
Thank
Wright.
you. I could not think. But Chris made the cells for us. So, and he actually also had a lot of cool ideas and stuff. Like when I was trying to figure out, hey, how do I make this thing stable? Because for a long time it would rock side to side. And I didn't have a back on. I didn't have a back on it yet. I didn't have the cell, I didn't have the mast on in the front. But once I started adding the pieces to it and putting the back on and adding the mast to it, then it started having some stability to it. But they really helped me along with a lot of that stuff too. So I can't take all the credit for that.
It was a team effort. That's awesome.
For sure.
Love it. I want to quick get back because we brought this up a second ago. And first off, thank you so much for coming and hanging out. F8 Hammer, okay, Eric on Instagram. I 3D print diodes, maybe 50% are my own design. I use Mod Podge, flocking, airbrush, ink washes, etc. It's not like they just come off the printers as an assembled and painted dio. 100%. Yeah. And your work is
excellent work. Yes.
Yeah.
Excellent
Gorgeous
work.
stuff.
Excellent
Gorgeous
work.
stuff. Yeah, I reached out to him because I do want some stuff that he's got too. Soon,
Yeah, I hope to see his stuff at Legion's Con if he's at Legion's Con.
Yeah.
Just like stuff like this.
So here we go.
If you make that big for me, but again, like all the texture that he put on here as well too, so it gives it that gritty look. So it's not just like the 3D printed lines or anything like that. There's texture to it that makes it look as realistic as possible. And then even like on the backside, you kind of get that different texture on the back as well too. So there's definitely a lot of detail put on these things as well too. And again, I freaking love these, Eric. I need more of your stuff, brother. I bought that. I bought the cathedral, bought the church at CarverCon.
That's right. You were at Carver. Yeah, you were at CarverCon and got. I saw the shots that he put up from just from his booth at CarverCon, and I'm like, oh, I want to be there so bad. I wanted so much of that stuff.
Jimmy, I feel like that would be a great show for you as well too. Mr. C was there. Eric was there. A lot of diorama makers. I feel like that would be a perfect spot for you to shine, brother, for sure. With as well as you're making stuff and everything, I think that would be a great addition for you if you can make it up that way.
Brian reached out to me like when he very first announced it. Like he was reaching out to people, and I actually was kind of surprised. He reached out. He was like, "Hey, man, we would love to have you come up." And at that point in time, I was just like, "Well, I need to kind of wait and see like how things are going for me before it gets too close to that time." And then by the time I got there, I was so covered with commissions. I'm just like, I can't do it.
Well, they've already lined up the date. I think it's like the second weekend in July. So definitely put it on your radar. Again, for like Legions, for Myth and Fantasy and everything like that, dude, it was a really, really good show. Really good show, especially for this kind of stuff.
Yeah. I think that would be great for you for sure. Caveman has returned. Welcome back, Caveman. Welcome back. All right. So we've got a couple we can kind of want to say gloss through, but not 100% gloss through.
If I gloss through it. No,
okay. So this is one view. This is this is the diode that you built for me.
That's my toy photography.
Yeah. Dude, it's excellent. You gave me exactly, a great look as to what I was about to be getting. So, but this was the I guess the original, and like we were talking about earlier, this whole thing, we've got 7 walls total. I think you can only see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We only see 5 of them, but there's 7 walls total. Everything's modular. We can reshape this. The floor is in 4 pieces that can be reshaped as well. And this all started from, hey Jimmy, can you make me a floor? I need it 2 foot by 2 foot, and I would like it in 12 by 12 squares so that I can adjust how I place the floor. You sure you just want a floor? Yeah, just a floor, just a floor. Anyway, again, and I'm not complaining, but yeah, no, just beautiful stuff, and loving it. So we've got that, and wanted to give a close up. There you go, Steve. Thanks, Steve. I'm going to go back to CarverCon next year. It was fun. That's awesome.
I can't wait, brother. I already told Brian I'll be there for sure, because that was a big one. That was a big one for sure.
I hope to meet you at Legion's Con, Steve, man. Or is that his name, Steve?
No, Eric.
Eric. My bad.
Eric.
I always see his handle, so I never know names. But look forward to meeting you. I think you do excellent work, man.
Yeah, I think he's going to be in the same spot at Legion's Con, like right next to the main entrance. And he had like what, Eric? He had like 2 big tables, and I think of stuff. And I think by Sunday it was pretty much all cleared out. So yeah, definitely make sure you have space to load up.
Yeah, we're gonna have to figure something out there, because maybe I'll make it up. No, I'm not making it to Legion's Con this year. It's not gonna happen. Maybe next year. So, and I just want to do a quick shot. This is one of my shots again, just using a corner of that massive, just so you get an idea. You can get something massive like this, but you can also just take a piece of that and create, photography along with that. And that's the table there is Duarte Studios, and the rest of it, of course, is actually the chest that you can see the corner of was also Duarte. And the rest of it is, and we've got the same window in red. I need one in blue. And
it's hard for like toy photography. You want to make sure you get as much of the diorama in there, because it's so awesome to see. But it's like just kind of going through and kind of making like little chunks, of your shots and everything like that, to get a little bit of everything in there. Yeah, so that looks really good.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's fun when you've got some kind of something interesting to be taking the pictures of, and creating the world building. So this is back to, and we kind of already discussed it. We jumped into it earlier because I was telling you before the show, I get a lot of people asking about the flames. Where'd you get those flames? And what did you make them? Like, I don't make them. I don't make anything. So, and I've told them, I've told everyone, these are Jimmy's designs. And so I kind of wanted to touch on. Now, I told everyone wrong the first time. I thought this was hot glue that you shaped into the flame and then painted them up.
Okay, so the columns that you have, I don't remember. Those may have hot glue flames, because
that could be why I got that idea.
Because occasionally, if I'm out of these flames and I have something to build, like I'll just make them out of hot glue. Like,
okay,
I'm not opposed to doing that. I mean, that's how I originally made all my flames, but I just think these look better, and it's just easier. Gotcha. Just a little bit easier.
Yep. And they're gorgeous. I love them. They are fantastic, and they photograph very nicely. The hot glue ones did as well. The ones on the on my pillars, same thing. And I think that's why I was thinking hot glue. I thought you were just doing all of them more that way. So that answers that question. So if you guys were asking, that's what we got. Eric says, do you print the 3D flame part or buy it?
So I design the flames, and my buddy Pete does the printing for me for those. So he prints them out of clear resin, and I just add the colored ink to them. Yep.
And they're gorgeous. All right. So we got, I'm all over the place with because I know this is, an earlier design, but just still want to bring up another example. This is not early.
No, actually, I sold that to a gentleman last year, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. But he just wanted something basic for his, some figure photography and display some of his figures.
Mm-hmm.
So you probably actually see that in the Cabal here or there in his photos.
Okay. All right. And is this was the wall detachable and magnetized?
Yes.
Yep. Okay. Yep.
Jimmy, have you ever done like, so you know how you got the archway there? Have you ever done that where that piece would be like magnetic and pop out, so they kind of give some variability in there, or is that is that one solid piece?
That is one solid piece, but like when we were just looking in the last picture at Lou's piece where the door is, you can actually, the door will actually come out.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. But I never thought about putting little magnets on the inside of that to hold it in. Normally I just kind of put it in and hope that it stands up or it's, friction fit good. But that's a good idea to put some little magnets to kind of keep it, to sit there properly.
Yeah, I've seen either you can do it in the archway, but then what happens is like it becomes unsightly when you take it out.
Mm-hmm.
I've had other people where it's like you have the piece you're taking out be a little bit thicker, and then have like the magnets on the sides of the archway, like on the back, so they're not visible with everything. So it kind of locks in a little bit snugger, more tight.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Snugger, more tight, snug. Sorry.
Snugger.
Snugger.
I like that.
Words here.
Snugger.
Yeah.
As we go longer, we talk less good in stuff. These walls here are really well done. Jimmy, your favorite modeling program? I was buying some flame effects off a guy on Etsy for a while until I finally decided to model one.
I use Nomad Sculpt on my iPad. So that's what I use for mine, because I'm not a sculptor really. The flames were kind of like my first attempt to trying to sculpt anything. And Nomad Sculpt is kind of easy to use. Like I looked at ZBrush and I looked at what's the other one called? GIMP, I think, or something like that. And there was so much involved, and I'm like, this is way over my head. But Nomad there's lots of tutorials, very easy to use, very user friendly.
Gotcha.
So,
okay. Very, very cool. Yeah, and then another one that caught my eye before, and it was another little bit of inspiration when I started hitting you up for Throne Riser. And the intricacy, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that the correct word? In that whole dial behind them was unbelievable.
That again is some cheap silicone cake, or I guess they were made for cake. What do you call them? Baroques or something like that. It's basically forms for cakes, but it's in a silicone mold. So I just poured molds of them, because I think it looks like cool castle stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I used some of that is on the boat too, like the pieces that go down the side. That was on the ship.
Ah, that's right. Yep. Unreal. And then we've got going back to what I brought up erroneously in the beginning of the show. Oh, I got that one. I didn't have that one. But again, just a nice little display stand for the figure. And was this flocking as well? I know you were talking about you had to do the flocking with the goblin.
Yes, this is the flock. They call this static flock. So regular flocking, when you glue it down, it kind of lays flat, I guess you would say. And this static flocking, when you put it on, you have to use an applicator that's static charged, and so it makes these little, I don't know what you call them, the little grass pieces that'll make them stand straight up into the glue, so it just looks like there's real grass standing there.
Nice. Okay. And
then don't you have to put like a pin or something wherever you're trying, like the charge to go into, so you put it into the dio piece, right? And then it kind of like connects to that area. Is that kind of how I'm understanding it?
So that's the way you're supposed to do it. But
Okay.
the way my dumb self does it is I take because my applicator has a roach clip on the end of it that you're supposed to like you just said, put a nail or something into the dio and clip it to the dio. I just clip it to the nail and just put the nail on the dio while I'm doing it, which leads to me getting shocked like half the time when I'm trying to apply the static shock.
Yeah. Keeping you on your toes, keeping you alert, keeping you focused. I get it.
Yeah.
Right, that's why you're up all night doing these.
Heart rate
Pretty
through the
much.
roof. Totally fine.
Yep.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I got to come back to this. Eric says, and I agree with you so much on this. I don't think enough credit is ever really given to flooring. A dio is just a play set without flooring. So true. So true. You can have gorgeous walls and everything else, but if you don't have a floor for them to be standing on, you don't have a full world. You know, it doesn't work, in my opinion.
Yes,
But
pleasure and pain, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. All right.
Oh,
Johnny
so-
knows.
Looks
dang,
like I'm not.
yeah.
Looks
Keep
like
at
I'm
it.
not going out of town tomorrow. I'm staticking myself all day.
Oh man. All right. All right. So I wanted to save this for last because I was just floored by this thing.
Okay, so do you have all the pieces or just this one room?
This is the only room I've got. I'm sorry.
Okay, so no, that's cool. So
Okay.
this is one room of a 3-room castle build. And
Mhm.
so if you kind of look to right past the table on your left, you can kind of see that looks like a little opening there. That leads you into a throne room. And then if you keep going over, it leads you into a room that's full of armory stuff. It has a jail cell, it has a pillory, all stuff like that. So
Mhm.
this room was supposed to be kind of like a wizard's quarters. And this was my favorite room to do out of the whole piece.
Okay.
All of the furniture, I built all of the furniture. The cauldron in the middle, you can turn it on and it kind of lights up in different colors, so it kind of looks like it's bubbling. The fireplace in the back flickers, looks like it lights up. So you see the little nub on the wall above the table on the left there? That's actually made for a troll head. So a troll head should be able to fit on that. It's like a trophy. Yes, Ryan's castle.
Mhm. That's awesome.
Ride the lightning.
Yep.
Yes.
And you've got all the shots of this on your Instagram, I believe, because I've seen. Yeah. So
Yeah.
definitely, I would recommend you guys, if you're not following, go check it out, and you can see the entire thing. It is epic. It really is.
If you zoom in above the fireplace, that's actually a picture of him in armor. That's a picture of Ryan, the guy that bought the dio.
Oh, really?
It's
That's awesome.
It looks like a painting. Yeah, it's just a picture of him in armor.
Okay. That is awesome. Amazing. All right. Well, that was the last one I had for this portion. 88. Hey guys, unfortunately, I do have an early start tomorrow, but I know we're going late, my friend. I will 100% be replay squad to catch the rest of the epic dios. Thank you,
Thanks for
88.
coming in, man.
Yeah, good to see you, my friend. All right, so Jimmy, thank you so much for sharing this stuff with us.
Yeah, no doubt, man.
I'm loving that
A
we're
lot
getting
of
to
cool
talk
stuff, brother.
about
Thank you
it.
for
Yep,
sharing my work. I really appreciate it.
absolutely. This has been a lot of fun. Now, we're not done yet because we do have our community spot. Damn you, AI. Anyway, we do have our community spotlight for the week. I did want to bring that up. Okay, hang on. Digital Caveman says Lou's going to save his flocking stuff for shit. Oh, yes, we will do that. But we always like to do our community spotlight, and I didn't want to miss out on this. And in the theme of the show, I messed up a little bit, as I said, because that wasn't the theme of the show until like 2 days ago. So I had some that are not necessarily as diorama specific photography wise, but then the rest are. So I kind of wanted to go over that and spotlight a couple other diorama builders in these shots. So let's get started skying that and see what we got here. First up, we've got, and this is before we decided on dioramas for the week, but still a cool shot for Transformers Iman's World of Geek. I do not know which Transformer this is. This isn't G1, and I don't know anything past G1. So whatever it is, I love the simplicity and just boom, right there. Jimmy, I reckon another reason for your success is your kindness, approachability, and positive vibe. Yes, 100%. I would agree with you on that.
Thank you.
That's exactly how Jimmy operates. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So another great shot by Iman. And then next up is Wicked Thug. I don't know if Wicked Thug's still here. Yeah, he is. Look at that. Look at that. He's still here. He decided to stick around with us. Thank you, my friend.
Is that the Mess Toys Venom?
I don't know. I think so.
I think that is. It looks great.
Yeah. And the Dio piece, and I would highly recommend go check out his behind the scenes on this on his Instagram, because he actually built the entire Dio piece with the rocks coming up and Spider-Man getting thrown down into the street. He did a great job with it. Looked awesome. And he's got some cleaner shots to see the action, the behind the scenes stuff, to just see the pieces.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he did a really good job with that. How he set up all the brick and everything, how it's exploding.
Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. All the rocks are just up in the air kind of thing surrounding it. Absolutely great job. Very cool work.
Man, snazzy. Just follow, buddy.
There you go. Very cool.
Man.
And then so, hang on one second. I'm sorry. I'm trying to flip through things here. And we've got, okay, so the next up is not new to Instagram, not new to me. I just recently found him on Instagram, kind of scrolling through, and was blown away by a lot of his work. And this is one of his newer shots, is Timothy with 2 M's, Timothy Paul W. And this is, I love this figure. This is from the Crimson Moon series from BBTS, and just a beautiful shot here. And I did not get all the details from him as far as his what pieces he was using for the Dio, but it looks like various parts and pieces, and I don't know. I'll have to ask him. So Wicked Thug says for sure it's a Mess and CT Toys.
Okay.
Yep. Caveman saying
I
that
got the Mess Toys Venom on the way. I ended up picking it up from AliExpress or something like that, so I'll get it one of these days.
Wicked Thug says thanks for the I'm assuming thanks for the follow. Absolutely. I'm glad to see that. I love seeing that. Like, that's part of why I like doing this show and doing that is showing stuff that maybe people have not seen yet. You go follow that guy, and just get to see more amazing photography.
For sure, man. The algorithm is crazy. Like, I could follow somebody. I'm like, oh, I really like their stuff. I might not see their stuff like in my feed for like months.
Yeah.
Like that. So stuff like this is super important, like showcasing people that are out in the community just getting started or been well established and everything like that, So I think these shows are crucial.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I love it, and I try to keep it a balance. I want to definitely make sure that we've got the newer guys, or at least new to the Instagram. Maybe not, they may not be new to photography. They may have been doing it themselves for years. We don't know, but new to the Instagram, definitely want to get, pitch them out there. But at the same time, the bigger Instagram accounts, a lot of deep, a deep history of work, and, get that out there as well. So for sure. This Sweaty Gladiator does some amazing work. Major Noir's head sculpt does look like Sean Connery from the Highlanders. Definitely, and depending on the angles, it's very cool. Good Man Toy says killer introduction to HVX Tonight gang. I followed, and now I'm a fan. That's awesome.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's
Thank
what we
you.
want to hear. That's what we want to hear.
Yes. I love your icon, by the way, the skull with the army helmet and the guns.
Yeah. That's very cool. Dioramas by Nader. The building on the left of this pic looks like it's from Toy Blocks. Excellent.
Could be, yeah. Toy Blocks
Okay.
is another one that does a lot of intricate like pieces. Some really, really cool stuff.
Mm-hmm. That could be. You're right. Very cool. Again, I love this shot, and he's got a deep library of incredible work. So definitely go check it out. So next up is from Emerald Knight Photos, who's also
Heard of this guy? He's okay.
he's
No, John is a really good friend of mine. Really, really, really talented toy photographer. Like really been crushing it on all levels. He does crazy stuff with the Masters of the Universe stuff from Mondo, and obviously with Mythic Legions. Yeah, some really killer stuff. Always showcasing Eric's awesome dios as well too. So always good stuff, man.
Yep. His work's amazing, and you introduced me to him. I got to meet him at Joe Fest, which was very cool, and I'm hoping to get him on the show one of these weeks. We'll see.
I'll
See
put a
what we
bug in
can-
his ear again for sure, man. Like, so he does his show on Tuesdays with the Geeked Out Click.
Yeah.
Kind of more like toy news with everything.
Mhm.
And then, I mean, I think he would totally be open to it. Again, showcasing more of his work with everything. He's very talented, very talented.
Oh yeah, for sure. I've been following him for a very long time. When I jumped into Instagram, his was one of the first ones that I kind of ran into, and it's like, wow, this guy's, his colors, his lighting is always amazing. It's always on point. And again, the background, we were talking about this. I was talking about this before. The background is a dio by Eric here, right here, F8 Hammer. That's his dio, and this is the one I asked him about. This is the one that I want. So I'm not going to tell you guys too much about it because I want it. But
Oh no, he had him at HarvardCon, and I already had a box of stuff. I'm like, I have no room for more, but like, I want these because yeah, very cool stuff. Hey,
Beautiful.
what's up, brother? How are you?
What's up, Dub? Yeah, and he's got, because they're two 18-inch tall stone, like mountains, and then he's got a 12-inch along with it, and then he's got some smaller, and you can just build this whole kind of mountain, rocky terrain all around your figures, and you can move them in different spots for photography, just like Emerald Knight did here.
I could be completely wrong on these. Some of the big taller ones. Like they have like a flat edge to the back, so you can put two of them together to make like an even bigger stone setup, mountain setup with everything.
Yeah, that's exactly
That's
it.
getting longer. I want that figure, Steve. Do you have it? No, unfortunately, I've sold out of practically everything from the Ashes Agvendor wave. I don't think I have anything left. No, actually, I'm completely sold out after my last show last weekend.
Yeah, she's a beautiful figure. I really like that figure. But again, fantastic work by Emerald Knight. Awesome dio by Eric. Check them both out. Reach out to them.
Yes.
Follow them. Subscribe.
Yeah.
And next up is Good Man Toys.
On his page. Oh, it's just on his page.
Oh yeah, and Brad was on the show early on, a few weeks ago, and again, all practical effects. He's got to be the king as far as ownership of dios. I need to have him back on for sure, and we can talk about that a little bit more for sure. Plastic Platorium. Reach out to him, Lou. I'm sure he'll be up for it. It's in the works. I'm trying. We're trying to iron out days, but thank you. Yes, I will. What's up, Ben Dixon? Good to see you, my friend.
How are you, brother?
Thanks for stopping in, brother. And Good Man Toys. Hey, I know that guy. Yeah, you sure do. So, and again, this is the dios by Dioramas by Nader, and Brad's work, and I was able to get his behind the scenes on this just to. I've always been. I told Brad this before. I've always been impressed by the depth in his photos. He achieves so much, just that whole world building, and brings you into that world with his depth. So kind of wanted to show this on the way. My Letterman is on the way. Nice. Early morning. All right, Trey. Thanks for hanging out, bud.
Later, brother.
Thanks for coming, bro.
Mm-hmm. Hell yeah, me too. You do know that guy, don't you? So again, with the wide shot here, we can see the full dio from Dioramas by Nader, and it's just that simple. And that's the thing; it sometimes can be simple as a small piece of street and a wall, right? And then the following shot gives you the side view, so you can see how he built out the interior there for the arcade on the inside. It's just, I love that stuff. That's awesome. A lot was put into putting that whole thing together. And that's always a difficult thing. We were talking, Brad and I were talking about this before. And Steve, I think you and I were talking about this too. It's that we put all our work into building out all of that to get that for the shot. Yeah. And it's like, and I'm sure Brad's probably took I can't speak anymore. He's probably taken numerous other angles, at least for his own collection, if he's not put them up, just because of the work put into the dio there.
I love how he even added just like the drink cup, off behind his leg. It's just like the little things,
Yep. It makes it very real, very lived in world. I love that stuff. See, he prints in full. Cool. Very cool. Yep.
Did he make those arcade cabinets as well too, or is that just strictly just the wall piece as well?
I do not know. Yeah. Nader, you're here. Did you make the arcade cabinets as well? Hey, thank you. You're freaking awesome, bud. Did you make those arcade cabinets, or was that something else, or someone else's? Oh, and I also got to give a big shout out. Brad had told me, we were talking about the, he's got that sky backdrop, and I've got a couple of those too, and we're talking about it. And I said how I hated the fact that, like, I don't have an iron, and I couldn't iron out the creases in there when I got it. And he gave me the tip. He goes, "Oh, take some ice cubes and throw it in. If it's the cloth type, you can throw it in the dryer with some ice cubes for a little bit. It'll come out perfect." And it did. I did that the other day. I'm like, oh my God, it worked. So thank you for that, Brad. Always appreciate the tips, my friend. Okay, so Nader says just the stuff in the foreground. And Brad says the arcades are from Fortnite with stickers from Etsy. The pinball machine is a bite-sized legend. That's awesome.
Very cool. Right. I always like seeing stuff like that in shots, man, because, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, very cool stuff. And that was the final shot for the evening, guys. Yeah, that would be cool if we made it through. Yeah, So thank you to everybody for everybody who submitted shots again this week. Awesome stuff. Killer dioramas, killer photography. Always a fun time. We never make it to the 90-minute. We always go so far past the 90-minute mark, guys. I appreciate every one of you who stuck with us every week when we do these. And I always, because but at the same time, it's like we were talking about this before. My goal was always 90 minutes, but if things are flowing, let it flow. Let it kind of go and do what it does. And that's the point of this, is to get together, have some fun, talk with each other. What's up, Khalil? Good to see you, my friend. I didn't know you were sneaking in here. Digital Caveman, 90 minutes. Pff, yeah, I know. I know.
You got to bump those numbers up. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And Good Man Toys. Yep, I got like a dozen arcades cheap. Yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna have to. We're gonna have to do a day where we're just going through his dios on the show. We'll probably hit 3 hours that night if he'll let me. But anyway, again, thank you guys so much. I know we're winding down. We've been a long show. Steve, as always, thanks for hanging out. It's always good to see you. It's been a few weeks, and I'm glad
Yeah.
you could come back on. I know you've been real busy with the con circuit lately, and
Yeah.
everything
No,
going on.
have a little bit of downtime. I know on the 23rd I'll have a show in Indiana for the Indiana Toy and Comic Expo, and then after that it'll be Joe Lana down in Duluth, Georgia, and then after
cool.
that, yeah. So we'll be doing that, and then I think after that we'll be leading up to Titans. So yeah, definitely looking forward to that for sure. But
Very
I also, if you're interested in that stuff, on our Instagram page, I have a little cue card of all our upcoming shows. So definitely come check us out. But yeah, Lou, Jimmy, I always appreciate being on the show, man. It's always a blast being on here, talking toys, talking dioramas. I could talk for hours, 90 minutes. Nah, make it 180, whatever.
Oh,
But thank you guys again.
hey, thank you so much. I appreciate you, Steve. No PowerCon this year?
I'm going to attend. I'll be there Motu Fest. I'll be there. That's what the 12th and 13th.
Okay.
So I'll be there in attendance. But no. They ran out of vendor space before I was able to sign up. So that's on me. So.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Magna. Good to see you, Winford.
Eric,
Always.
Eric, are you setting up there? If he's setting up there, I'm in danger.
Oh, if he's setting up there, I might give you a shopping list.
Yeah.
And Jimmy, HVX Customs, Jimmy, again, thank you so much as my guest for the night, and being able to go over all of your dio work and talk about this stuff with everybody. He is vending.
Oh boy, I need to bring my wagon or something to carry all this stuff.
All right, we'll have to figure something out.
Okay, for sure. Yeah. I will give you a laundry list, sir, and hopefully I will be able to acquire it there.
Yeah. But yeah, no, Jimmy, I appreciate you so much. You know that. I at least I hope you know that. I appreciate the work that you've done for me. The love going through your dios tonight and showing off your work. You've got some epic stuff. I remember the first time I met you, and then Abby talked you up quite a bit to me, and it was like it made me very comfortable to approach you, for work, and then just working with you and going through the whole process with you. Excellent, awesome experience, and I feel that I've made a great friend with both of you guys, and I love you guys, man. Seriously. So, Jimmy, tell us where we can find you. And
first of all, I want to say thanks for allowing me to show my stuff here, and for promoting me and putting me out there, which you guys always do on all the shows. So I really do appreciate that. Literally, I think this is Action Figure Alliance is the only other show I've ever been on where they actually talk to me about stuff. Nice. But in saying that, I had some internet problems and stuff, so I really wouldn't try to be on anyone's show or whatever, but it seems like I've got things worked out. So I appreciate you for bringing me on here and allowing me to talk about some stuff. I appreciate that. I am definitely not the GOAT, but I appreciate that. I do.
Damn good.
I appreciate that. I've got a lot of learning to do, so that's part of it. Every project usually leads me to learning something new or almost cutting a finger off. So
all part of the journey,
Mm-hmm.
for sure.
Yeah.
So,
please don't cut a finger off, my friend. No, don't do that. don't do that. Wear gloves.
If you lose diorama, then it's totally fine.
right. Some real blood on there.
Right.
So,
well, oh, hey.
So what's funny is so Chris from Grindhouse, after the little diorama, I know you didn't show the other one, but he reached out and had me build him this big marquee piece. And one of the things was, he's like, oh, don't be afraid to add blood to the bottom of it, and don't make it all horror looking. And I'm like, I've never added blood to anything. Literally, I had one other dio. Some guy was like, can you put some blood splatter on there? So literally, I've never put blood hardly on anything up to that dio. So Lou, you might get some real blood.
Oh,
Just kidding.
very cool. I'm looking forward to it, man.
But
I think. Yeah.
I will be at the only show I will be at will be Legions Con One day I'll be working with Grindhouse in their booth since I'm part of the team now. And the next day, which I'm not sure which day it is, I'll be sharing part of a table with Pete from Pete's Prints.
Okay.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
cool.
So,
Yep. And we love Pete too and his work.
yeah.
He's got some incredible stuff. I still need to finish getting my my head sculpt painted, but yeah, Pete's good people as well.
Yeah. Very
Yep.
much so.
you've sent Dios that with your own blood mixed in accidentally, of course.
Don't tell anybody. You're not supposed to
Oh,
say
man.
that.
Right?
You're not supposed
It's
to say
insider
that.
knowledge, Eric. Come on.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you, Smudge. And again,
Yes,
thank you to
thank you.
everybody hanging out in the chat. Good to see all you guys coming out each and every week. Again, I've said it a million times. If it weren't for you, this wouldn't even be happening. I appreciate you guys each and every week and everything you guys do. I hope everyone's having fun with this. You know, again, if you want your photography showcased here, I'm open ears and would love to showcase all of you. So don't be afraid to reach out to me on Instagram, LucidaBase3. You can use hashtag taking the shot FFC on Instagram or Facebook. If I see that, I will certainly reach out to you to try to get the photo. And what I do is I create the slideshow. That's the way I like to do it. So I'll reach out and say, hey, can I get you to just send me the actual shot without all the little icons that Instagram puts all over it, so we can get a clean shot, throw it into the slideshow and feature you. And always 100% credits given. I had a great time tonight being able to not only feature the photographer, but also be able to feature some great dial makers as well. So very cool stuff. So thank you, all of you guys, for coming out. Always a blast. You know, you can see me here all the freaking time, all week long. You can find me on Instagram, LucidaBase3. We can find Steve on Instagram through Articulated Times or Articulated Empire for all your action figure needs.
Okay, absolutely.
Yep.
U.S. orders over $75, we ship free. So yeah.
Yep. No, 100%. Yep. No, plug away, my friend. Look, Steve gets your packages wrapped perfectly and out the door faster than you could even believe. I'm not even kidding about that. Thank you, Johnny. All from the and we can find Jimmy, we can find you, HVX Customs, on Instagram and also on Facebook. Definitely go give them a follow and check out what else they got, you know. And don't forget that, you know, Steve's not just a guy who sells the action figures. He's a hell of a photographer.
Oh, well, thank you guys. I appreciate that.
It's fact.
Yeah. Oh, one thing I didn't mention the last time we were on here, we just, on the Articulated Times portion of it, we just passed 10,000 followers on my account. I've just now been doing this for just a little over 9 years now. So I can't thank you guys enough for all the support from when I first started to even to what we're doing now. So I greatly appreciate it. It really means a lot, you know, for me. Leaning into the toy photography thing all those years ago was definitely nerve-wracking, but definitely it's fun seeing the growth, meeting people, and just enjoying toys.
Absolutely. No, it's fantastic. It's a fantastic milestone, my friend.
Thank you.
Congratulations for that.
Yeah. Congrats.
And I'm 6 away from 1,000,
Yeah, come on.
which I'm excited about. Like hell, I really am. I'm like, wow, about to hit. That's an amazing number too. Quite frankly, it's like, holy shit.
I remember when I'm like, oh, I got 10 followers. This is so badass. You know, again, like starting off and just never would have dreamed to where we're at now, you know? So it's,
That's awesome.
Yeah.
easy user editing.
Exactly.
I get high on my own supply. What can I say?
That's right. That's right. Wow, unbelievable. All right, so
I've got one more thing to say.
absolutely.
I was going to say, for anybody that's watching the show, if you have any kind of questions, and I'm not saying I can answer any of them or all of them, but if you hit me up, I don't mind trying to answer anything. I don't hold secrets. I'm not a gatekeeper. I'm not any of that. I'll share everything I know with you, and I'll try to help you figure out how to do new stuff. So if you have any kind of questions, please reach out. Instagram, Facebook, I'll try to help you in any way I can.
That is awesome. That is awesome. Thank you, Jimmy. And yeah, that is exactly the kind of guy Jimmy is. He's no caveman. Let's make it. I do want it to be organic when I hit 1,000, as organic as
Where's the
possible.
commitment? Come on, let's make it happen.
That's it. Every great journey starts with a small step.
Exactly.
And yeah, no, Jimmy's a phenomenal guy. He will definitely talk with you, help you out, discuss things. I appreciate you both. Appreciate you guys out here in the chat. Put some fucking respect on that. Hell yeah, Jimmy.
Yeah.
Love it.
Right
Love it.
on.
Love it. Yep. So, guys, tomorrow night, Plastic Journeys at 9 p.m. And we've got a really special guest tomorrow night I'm very excited about. If you know me, you know how much I shill for these guys right here and the guys that make these guys. So let me go ahead and we got a quick little video we can play you for tomorrow night's guest. Take it away, Hobby.
We collect the mezcals and Marvel Legends and even the third parties. We shop the Legos and McFarlane's and we even check out the Barbies. We hunt through Walmart and at Target and anywhere with toys. We help each other out because we do it for the boys. Welcome to the Plastic Journey Podcast.
Very awesome. I'm excited about that. I'm looking forward to sitting and talking with Nikki about Savage Crucible all night, and actually talking G.I. Joe with her too, because she's a big G.I. Joe fan. So it's gonna be a fun show. 9 p.m. tomorrow. Plastic Journey right here on the show, on the channel, on the network.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, real quick, because more stuff. If you do Caveman, I'll unfollow just to keep him humble. Khalil will do that to me too. There's no doubt about it. And Ben, I appreciate you, brother, so much. I appreciate that comment too. You are a good man, my friend. And that's hilarious, Khalil. Absolutely hilarious. The best articulation in the game. Oh, the best butterfly joints. Holy days. Absolutely. Anyway, all right, we got to wrap it up. And I'm no good at wrapping it up. I'm no good at goodbyes. I'm Italian. What can I tell you? Do we have a date for upcoming Savage Drop info?
I would think things are, after what I saw today, I think things might be getting pushed back a little bit. So if we're hopefully going to get stuff in the fall is what they're saying, like the Javarthi Sentinel and all that stuff on their site, I would hope it would be there by Titans, barring any other like delays or anything like that. But yeah, we might not see it before then, unfortunately. So from where they were at, where the port was, they had some typhoons go through there, which is no fun for anybody. So, but again, I appreciate their transparency and shouting that out there, like, hey, this is what's going on right now. So that's the latest I heard.
Yeah. Okay. So, like, when will we know the new show exclusives? That's a good question. I don't know on that. I don't know if they're going to keep how tight-lipped. You know, with the Sentinels, the Dravarthi Sentinels, they didn't tell you until the day of, and you didn't know until people were starting to. We didn't know until people were starting to put out photos on Instagram when they were buying them in line at Joe Fest.
Dude, that was so exciting.
That was wild. That was wild. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna ask. We're gonna ask tomorrow. You know, I'll ask nicely. I'm not gonna, you know.
Yeah, let's get some dirt. Let's get some news tomorrow. Let's see what happens, right?
Sure. We'll certainly try. I mean, we'll certainly try. Because I'm jonesing, man. I'm absolutely jonesing. So we got 3 drops at Titans and 1 exclusive. So 4 total figures. And then there's an exclusive and 1 or 2 drops in addition at Toy Unity, I believe. So, and then there's a WonderCon drop right before Titans. And I don't know if that's.
I'm thinking that might be one of the 3, from what I hear. I could be completely wrong, but again, they said whatever the drop was at that one, it's going to be coming to Titans. So. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. And I kind of felt the same. He said, yeah, that's so wild as someone who can't be at every convention. And I'm with you on that. I know. it irritates you. But yes, I'm with you on that too. I know, but you got to respect the integrity. Keeps it so spicy. Yeah, absolutely.
Eric, at one
Mhm.
point, I know I would imagine a lot of these debut figures will make it to a retailer. I don't know if there's a cool one out there that has free shipping over $75 or no tax on your order unless you live in Illinois. I don't know, but I know one day, maybe soon. Who knows?
We're hitting all the between all this, we're hitting all the right things, right? This is fantastic. I got friends in low places. The WonderCon is one of the top 3 drops. Yeah, okay, and I got friends in low places. Yes. Kenny, man, you weren't following me all this time, my friend. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate you, brother. All right, we do got to wrap it up. So I will see you guys, everybody, tomorrow on Plastic. At least I hope so, on Plastic Journey at 9 p.m. Next week is still up in the air for next week, so we'll see what next week's Taking the Shot's going to be. I'm leaning towards Community Spotlight Show, and what we do with that is it's just spotlighting. The entire show is spotlighting community photography. So if you guys got something, reach out to me. Love to get you on here. And I think that's it. I appreciate it, all of you. You guys all have a great night. We'll see you next time. All right.
As we wrap up tonight's fun, the figures in talk, so we've just begun. Join us next time for thrills anew. In the world of Figure Fight Club, it's all for you. Make sure to subscribe and smash that like button. See you next week on Figure Fight Club, stay strutting. This isn't goodbye, it's just to see you later. In the meantime, go check out another creator. So keep your figures on display until we gather here someday. Remember the tales and the laughs we shared. Here at Figure Fight Club, you're treasured and cared.